Brad Whoop, and at third base is Mike Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise and remove any headwear and join Amanda Popp as she sings our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy songs command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard.
It's playoff time. Welcome to Full Line Ag Swift Current Indians baseball. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you game number 1 of the postseason. The first place Swift Current Indians, tops in the WMBL East, taking on the fourth place Weyburn Beavers in this 1 versus 4 matchup. Game 1 starter for the Tribe. You're looking at him right now. BSP, Bobby St. Pierre out of Windsor, Ontario. 10 starts, 7-3, 63 plus innings of work. He's struck out 48 and walked 15. Bobby St. Pierre, only the second time he's pitched at Mitchell Field this season. It just kind of worked out that he was their road warrior, always getting the starts on the road. Very special guest joining us tonight up in the Full Line Ag Broadcast Center. The living legend, the man they call Horse. How many years did you have with the Tribe? Kelly Haraska joining us here. You played in a different time before it was a straight collegiate league, but how many years in the Wimble for you?
You always ask me, and I think it's 14 years, 13 full, and then one playoff series. I guess that's kind of how I started. So
pump your own tires here a little bit. How many championships while you were up here too?
You know what? I don't have the number offhand, but I think no, and that's serious. Like Joe and I talk about them all the time. For the people that don't know, I played with Joe. I played before Joe got here and played, and then played through all the way when he was done. So
you guys had quite the special relationship on the field and off the field too,
fun.
As well.
Yeah, this is why I'm here. I always like to come here, and we like to talk about the good old days.
The playoffs are underway. Bobby St. Pierre winding and firing to Dan Morrow, and he's going to get this playoff series going with a shot to right field, and that's a good start for the Weyburn Beavers as Dan Morrow gallops to second base, and right away on with a double, swinging at the first pitch that he sees, and automatically putting himself in scoring position.
Well, you think about what's going on. I was watching Weyburn kind of prepare for this game. They're out there playing hacky sack, and they're loose, right? They've got really nothing to lose. They're the 4-hole. They're seated last, I guess, in this division, and they're coming out. They're gonna swing it. They're gonna try to have some fun out here.
Well, Colin Rintoul at the plate right now. He's a dangerous hitter with a .299 average, a home run, and 21 RBI. Talking to people around the league, and it's a best-of-5 series, and the prediction is that the Swift Current Indians will win this one in 2. The Tribe heavily favored coming into this one, but Weyburn with a good team. They didn't get a lot of their bodies in until midway through July. They finished the season 24-24. They were just hovering around 500 all year, never really had any hot or never any cold streaks, but they're a team that everything's all assembled. This is a team that won a pennant last year. And
Joe was talking the same thing. He's like, they've got good arms and they're scrappy.
Rintoul's going to hammer one into right field. They'll hold runners on the corners, nobody out, and big RBI guy coming to the plate, and Ulysses Fluellen. Fluellen, you talk about an all-or-nothing hitter. .262 average, 8 home runs, 32 RBI, but striking out 45 times this year. So
isn't Ulysses some Greek god of some sort?
Well, Ulysses is Roman origin, I believe.
Oh, Roman. Okay.
Yeah, Roman origin.
Yes.
The Greek equivalent would be Odysseus, actually.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're caught up on all that.
I read up on this stuff for sure.
Good.
I only know that because my wife and I are avid cat lovers, and all of our cats have like Greek-themed names.
Oh,
so
good.
So yeah. Ulysses swings and misses at that offering from Bobby St. Pierre. You know, what's going through Bob St. Pierre's mind right now? You've been in this situation, Horace. You were a utility player. You certainly got the job done with the bat, but you were also a league most valuable pitcher for a few seasons.
You know what? I'm looking at his body language, and it's telling me that you know, he's had enough of this. That's what it's saying. That's
Bob St. Pierre. His teammates call him the Noble Savage.
He's a big dude.
6'3", 230. That's fouled off by Fluellen. There's a couple big dudes battling it out here. St. Pierre and Ulysses.
And you know what? He's going right after him. He's you know, a 2-strike pitch, kind of over the plate there a little bit, but he's pitching to contact. I don't think he's pitching with confidence. That's what he's doing.
Bobby certainly has a swagger to him.
Yeah.
0-2 pitch. Runners on the corners. Nobody out here. Top of the first. Off-speed pitch. Fluellen out in front of it, and he goes down swinging. Tribe get one down.
And they must have a book on him, because
Corey Harrell.
that swing was way over top of that slider, going down and away, and he set him up nice. He started inside fastball, went outside, and then he was totally set up for that slider.
Corey Harrell, some pop in his bat as well. 4 home runs, 20 runs batted in, and 40 games played with the Beavers. He's a .308 hitter. Harrell hits that to right field. Alex Schultz makes the catch. Runner tags. And the Weyburn Beavers strike first. Sac fly RBI by Corey Harrell.
Now batting your beer
1-0 lead for the visitors.
And I think if Swift Current gets out of this with just 1 run scored, I think they'd be fortunate in this situation right here.
It's Bob St. Pierre pitching to Bodie Cooper. Kyle McDonald at first base. Shane Doki at second. League MVP Alec Humphreys at short. Kyle Zerbis from California, third baseman. Liam Goodall in left. Tobias Moreno in center. Alex Schultz in right field. Pitch inside from Bobby. Now with 2 away here, and just a runner on at first. Weyburn Beavers. They'll be starting lefty Ryan Johnson when we get to the bottom of the first. However, Reed Jelly is going to keep the inning going here by singling into right field. And scampering to third base as well is Rintoul. So runners on the corners.
Number 5, Jordan Anderson.
Look like a mishit ball, just like in the right spot, right off the end of the bat.
So the Beavers bust out the bats here in the first inning. Third hit, 1-0 they lead. Al Humphreys going, and having a quick chat with St. Pierre.
So you know BSP better than me, but he's out here in the first inning. They're extending him early a little bit. You know, his pitch count's getting up. I'm sure he's around. Well, they're swinging early, so
yep.
I guess they're not even
Yeah,
running this count up.
Yeah, Bobby hasn't thrown a ton yet.
Yeah.
Reed Jelly, moments ago, only 12 pitches thus far for Bobby, so 3 hits, but he could still get out of here with an under 20 pitch inning. But
it's mentally tiring to see balls hit off the end of the bat, you know, for base hits and whatnot.
Jordan Anderson, shot to left field. Liam Goodall gets where he needs to go and makes the catch, and that'll do it for the Weyburn Beavers as Anderson flies out to left field. Beavers get 3 hits. They strand a couple and score 1. Bottom of 1 coming up shortly. Tribe Trail 1-0. We'll be back shortly with Full Line Ag Indians Baseball.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians Baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com. Thrifty Car Rental. Cars, trucks, and vans available for rent. Great rates for corporate and personal rentals. Call 306-971-4000. Consider a staycation with Home Inn Suites Swift Current. With one of the best amenities packages of any Swift Current hotel, you may not want to leave. With a full-service salon and spa on site, you can pamper yourself with an hour or a day of peaceful relaxation. The kids and kids at heart can have a blast sliding down the water slide and soaking in the whirlpool in our sparkling indoor pool. To book your next stay, visit homeinswiftcurrent.ca or call 1-844-BOOK-D3H. Home Inn Suites Swift Current is a proud supporter of the Swift Current Indians and wish them the best of luck this season.
We're back with Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. Ryan Schweitzer and the man they call Horse, Kelly Haraska. Game number 1 of the WMBL Eastern Semifinal, 1 versus 4 matchup. Swift Current Indians with home field advantage, taking on the number 4 seed Weyburn Beavers. Weyburn getting that 4th spot clinched for the WMBL Eastern Conference. 24-24 the Beavers were after 48 games. The Swift Current Indians 33-15 as Ryan Johnson, left-handed pitcher, gets limbered up for the Beavers. Goes to Lubbock Christian, 6'4", 190 out of Winnipeg.
Indians, the second baseman, number 6, Shane Doki.
Shane Doki to lead off for the Swift Current Indians. Doki, Humphreys, Goodall in the bottom of the first. The Tribe trail 1-0. Sac fly RBI by Corey Harrell of the Weyburn Beavers, scoring Dan Morrow. Gave the Beavers that 1-0 lead.
I think what the Indians want to do right here is just stay calm, not panic. That's going to be kind of the theme throughout the playoffs. If you're going to win, you need to just accept that other people are going to score on you. Just do what they've been doing, because they finished second overall, right?
And what do you think about that? Shane Doki taking strike one, Swift Current Indians finishing second overall.
Well, they kind of lost it. Their Okotoks won their last game against Medicine Hat, and they're played one less game, I guess they had to play Yorkton, and it was kind of a distance thing, right? So it would have been nice if they had played that game, or at some point.
It would have been nice if they would have got that 48 games in. And
right.
I get the
yes.
crowd, and
yeah.
by the league's constitution, it defaults to best winning percentage, I suppose.
Yes.
But
Yes.
Back to the souvenir booth, and we'll pay you $1.
You know what? I asked Joe about it, and he's like, it doesn't matter to him. He's like, you make the playoffs, it doesn't matter who finishes first or second. You still got to go through the best to win the championship, and I know that's all that's on his mind right now.
And I'm putting a big cart before a big horse here as Shane Doki lines one into the glove of the Weyburn Beavers second baseman Colin Rintoul. A loud out for Doki as he's down. And yeah, you know what, you got to go through everyone and stuff like that. It shouldn't matter. But having said that, should those two teams play in the league final, a game 5 and a best of 5 in Okotoks versus in Swift Current, I think that'll matter.
Well, certainly it's going to it'll be something to talk about if it happens, right?
Yeah.
But I know Joe's not too worried about it. He's,
Joe's worried about the Weyburn Beavers right now.
He is.
Yep.
He likes his team. He likes the way they fight. He likes the what kind of guys they are and how they come to work every day. But he's like, hey, Weyburn's not just going to lay down.
No.
And you can see that in the first inning. They're loose. They're playing. They've really got nothing to lose. They really don't.
Nope. League MVP Al Humphreys at the plate now. Humphreys chops that foul. Al finished the year hitting .393 with 5 home runs and 30 RBIs. He had perfect attendance for the Swift Current Indians. One of 2 players to play in all 48 games. The majority of those at shortstop. I think there were 3 games where he DH'd. It's a lot of baseball.
Joe really talks highly of his middle infield here too. He likes the way they turn double plays. He said it's just money up the middle. You watch more games than I have.
Oh yeah,
it's right, huh?
No, and
he's
key times.
the MVP, of course.
Yep.
I'm sure he's rolling double plays like nothing.
Now, he had an instant chemistry with Shane Doki, the second baseman, as well. And there were a few games actually when there was Nick Poirier came in and played a few games at second base for the Swift Current Indians. And Poirier was a heck of a player. He went to play in the Northwoods. He hit .524 when he was up here, but just that chemistry at second base wasn't there.
Yeah, Joe was talking about that. He likes these guys up the middle.
Ooh. Curveball from Johnson doesn't miss by much. Full count to Alec Humphreys. Good at bat for the league MVP.
Tough to lay off that, right? 2-2. It's tough. Old school pitching says he comes with the breaking ball again.
3-2.
Nope.
Humphreys pops up. First baseman Reed Jelly in foul territory makes the catch, and that's 2 away as Humphreys
Well, what do I
flies
know?
out to first.
It was a fastball. What do I know?
Number 25, Liam Goodall.
Usually guys want to throw their best pitch 2-2.
Yep.
Right? So he threw that breaking pitch. I thought maybe he'd come back with it, but who knows these days? I've been down in the game so long.
Well, and in this league this year, I think I don't want to say it's not as good a caliber of pitcher as when you played, but you're never gonna see a breaking ball. I shouldn't say never. You're seldom gonna see a breaking ball in a 3-2 count in this league.
Really? Yeah.
Haven't seen a lot of them.
Well, if he can throw one for a strike, it can be effective. That's for sure.
One-0 pitch, Liam Goodall. You know, for the Swift Current Indians, Alec Humphreys won league MVP. It was a tough discussion amongst the Tribe coaching staff for team MVP, as Liam Goodall was in the discussion.
Yep.
He finished the year 405, leading the team in RBI with 43, a couple home runs as well. So 1-1 pitch, Goodall. Swings at that high offering, 1-2 the count. What are you seeing from this lefty, Ryan Johnson, out of Winnipeg?
You know what? His outside fastball, it kind of runs out, which is pretty typical for lefties. It looks like he's throwing 3 pitches around the plate. I mean, it'll be tough. They want to get base runners on, that's for sure. Get them in the stretch.
Called strike 3 on that curveball. Home plate umpire even took a half second to think about that. Liam Goodall caught looking. That curveball looks like it might be able to pay the bills for Weyburn here.
Oh yeah, it's the playoffs. I mean, he's on the stage too, right? So he had to come up with his best third strike call, and he did.
1-0 after 1. We're back shortly with Full Line Ag Indians baseball.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com.
Of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the hearing place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
We're back with Full Line Ag Swift Current Indians baseball. Cam Williams singling as we come out of commercial to give the Beavers their leadoff man on here in the top of the second inning. 1-0 lead for the Weyburn Beavers. It's Full Line Ag Swift Current Indians baseball. Ryan Schweitzer alongside Kelly Haraska.
And you didn't see what just happened right there. They're swinging early, so maybe BSP can be off the plate here a little bit in his first pitches.
Now to the plate is Zach Fraser, the catcher. He drops a sacrifice bunt. Williams advances to second. He is retired at first via the 1-3.
Now batting the shortstop, number 7, Andrew.
I don't know. You're watching the same game I am. We're into the second inning, and Weyburn's got a little.
Urbastando, the shortstop, to the plate.
That's the pitch BSP wants. That ball's down. It's got a little bit of movement as it runs, runs away from him. That's the pitch he wants.
229 hitter in the regular season is Urbastando, 4 RBI, 12 games played for the Weyburn Beavers. Baseball is fouled off. Swift Current Youth will chase that down for a shiny loony, and BSP ahead of Urbastando 0-2 now.
Little do the kids know that you could probably sell that ball for about $6.75 on eBay. Those are expensive balls.
They're nice. Yeah, they're very nice.
They're very nice.
High end.
Yeah, high end.
Kudos to the WMBL.
Major League spec balls, yeah.
Ground ball. Al Humphreys throws to first, and Humphreys, smoother than a fresh jar of Skippy.
He's a slick player.
Now batting,
sure.
the
Makes it
center
look easy.
fielder,
Oh,
number
yeah.
24, Dan Morrow.
Top of the order in Dan Morrow. Morrow got the train rolling for the Weyburn Beavers in the first inning as he had a double on the first pitch of the ball game and subsequently scored a few hitters later. So second time through for the Weyburn Beavers. Second time Bob St. Pierre faces Dan Morrow.
Yeah, BSP, you can tell his body line. He's up there competing for sure. Absolutely. They're not really hitting balls hard either.
Breaking ball from St. Pierre, strike one.
So now it's adjustment time for BSP, right? So the first pitch of the game was a fastball, and this guy hit a single out there, so he came back with the breaking pitch here this time.
Goes fastball this time, and Morrow hits it. That's going to bring in a run. 2-0 Beavers.
So write this down. That guy likes fastballs.
Yeah.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 27, Colin Rintoul.
Beavers just gnawing away at things here, as they are wont to do. Swift Current 4-2 against Weyburn throughout the regular season.
And both those pitches that guy has hit have been kind of out over the plate away from him, and he's hit them to right field. So he probably likes to go to right field a lot. But next time around, if BSP's, if he's throwing to him, he's gonna run him in a little bit.
Look at the spray chart of Morrow, and you alluded to it. Yeah,
Oh.
there certainly is a lot out to right field.
Yeah.
Here, we can show our
More,
viewers
and
that.
yes, and more, and you can kind of see probably more power to right than he does to left, and you can see just on the infield there towards third base.
Rintoul, another single for the Weyburn Beavers, who are just finding some vacant grass here as Alex Schultz hulks that baseball in from
Jeez.
right field, but runner
What a
at third
great
base.
arm.
Oh, Schultz.
You can't see that on
Now
the
batting,
you
the
can't
right
see
fielder,
that on
number 34,
the video
Ulysses
here, but
Fluellen.
man, he really can throw a baseball.
Yeah, tough to keep up with him.
Yeah,
Yes. Well, Schultz just a great athlete.
yeah.
And, he's a guy, he's good for the team in 2016. He's a guy that really would have fit in with your team back in the day. He can pitch, he can
geez,
hit,
yeah.
he can do it all. He's fast when he gets on the base pads. Switch hitter, too.
Yeah. No, I've talked to Joe, and I'm like, this team, I've watched them online. You've been doing great with these games, and I'm like, man, it looks like you have some nice athletes on here. And it was like, yeah, you really do. And then I saw the game in Regina, and I was kind of standing down by their dugout, and there's just some really physical, fast guys.
Yeah.
They just look like good athletes.
Well, it's
And you and I don't look like athletes anymore.
not
Right.
a few years away
We're
from...
just fathers.
Yeah, well, you got to do what you
Old
got to do.
men.
Priorities, yeah.
We're smarter now.
With age comes wisdom. Exactly.
We were just talking about that earlier, right?
Like fine wine, getting
Yes.
better with age in
There you
some
go.
areas, others
Yeah.
not so much.
Right.
But
yeah. I don't know. I think I'd sacrifice my brain for, to be fast and physical. I think.
there's the dilemma. If there was a pill that made your
Jeez,
Ulysses Fluellen on, Alec Humphreys has a tough time with that ball along the dirt. And Ulysses Fluellen brings in a run, and now it's 3-0
Now
Beavers.
batting, the
And I guess
designated hitter, number
they're
8,
just kind
Corey
of bleeding them to
Harrell.
death. They're making good contact. Like I said, you can clearly see they're being aggressive early, right?
Yeah, just swinging the bat. Some good
Yeah.
things are happening for them.
Guys on base, yeah, just kind of getting it on.
Corey Harrell, sac fly RBI to right field, his last trip up. Two down. 0-1 the count to Harrell. Three singles in a row with 2 outs have given the Weyburn Beavers 3-0 lead here in the top of the second inning. Joe's going to be talking to his guys in the dugout now. What's his message to this crew after what we've seen?
He's, when they come back to hit, it's just going to be one at a time, and then they're going to try to shut him down on defense. It's not like Weyburn's out here hammering balls in the gap. That's not what they're doing. You can't go up to bat thinking you're going to score 3 runs with one swing of a bat, right?
Shot to right field. Alex Schultz. Jumping catch by Schultz. What an athletic play.
You know, I haven't been to a game live. If I was the fans tonight, I'd love that guy.
That's
like
unreal.
even he hasn't thrown anybody out at a base yet, but he's making long, hard throws, and it's breathtaking to watch the ball fly. And then he goes and makes that catch. Like I'd come to the park. I'd pay money to come see this guy play.
And fans do.
Yeah.
Tribe in a hole, 3-0. Bottom of 2 coming up. We'll be back shortly with Full Line Egg Baseball.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com. Simon Auto Sales. Large enough to make a difference, small enough to care. With almost 100 vehicles to choose from, let them show you the Simon Auto Sales difference. Consider a staycation with Home Inn Suites Swift Current. With one of the best amenities packages of any Swift Current hotel, you may not want to leave. With a full-service salon and spa on site, you can pamper yourself with an hour or a day of peaceful relaxation. The kids and kids at heart can have a blast sliding down the water slide and soaking in the whirlpool in our sparkling indoor pool. To book your next stay, visit homeinswiftcurrent.ca or call 1-844-BOOK-D3H. Home Inn Suites Swift Current is a proud supporter of the Swift Current Indians and wish them the best of luck this season.
We're back with Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. Ryan Schweitzer, Kelly Haraska, bottom of 2, 3-0 lead for the Weyburn Beavers as they've come out swinging against the Swift Current Indians in Game 1 of this WMBL Eastern semifinal. Bodie Cooper getting set for his first AB of the postseason. Bodie, WMBL Rookie of the Year, as the finalists were announced yesterday. Bodie, 338, 5 home runs, 33 RBI to get that Rookie of the Year honor. Tribe taking 3 of 4 major awards. Mike Moffat of the Lethbridge Bulls won Canadian Rookie of the Year. Bodie got Rookie of the Year. Alec Humphreys, League MVP, and Joe Carnahan, Coach of the Year. That was announced yesterday. Catcher Bodie Cooper. Pitch catches the strike zone. 2-1 the count to Bode. Ryan Johnson getting the start for the Weyburn Beavers. Bodie gets a small piece of that baseball. Strike 2, 2-2 the count now to the Tribe catcher. Cooper, Schultz, DeBonville due up for the Swift Current Indians here in the bottom of the second inning. They trail 3-0. Curveball called strike 3. You talked about that 2-2 pitch, throwing your best stuff there, and there we saw that curveball.
Yeah, it seems like he wants to go to it. And if you look at Johnson early, he looks sharp, man. He's thrown 3 pitches for strikes. It's going to be difficult.
Starting pitcher Ryan Johnson out of Winnipeg. 4.03 earned run average on the year. Johnson 3-1 in the regular season in 5 starts. Fouled off by Alex Schultz. Schultz with that dynamite highlight reel play at the end of the inning. Made a great catch in right field, a jumping grab to deprive Corey Harrell of a home run. Count is 0-2 now to Schultz. The lefty Johnson. Schultz backs that thing up and ball 1, 1-2 the count here.
Yeah, he did. I don't know what your feel is right now. I feel like the Indians are a little bit back on their heels here. That's the feel I get. I may be wrong.
No, there's
you just can kind of see, like you see Johnson out there. He's pitching with confidence. He's got his stuff working right now. I mean, all this can change, of course.
It's amazing the momentum shifts and how they can happen in, well, baseball and any sport for that matter. And yeah, I would say the Swift Current Indians right now are a team in need of a spark, something to get their mojo going here, because the Weyburn Beavers have come out here and are certainly, as you mentioned, playing with a little bit of gusto.
Yeah, and they want to try to get the Johnson a little bit earlier, because like you can see right now, he threw that breaking pitch out of the zone, and is forcing Alex to swing and miss hit, and that was a ball. But that's what happens when you throw breaking pitches for strikes, and then you can go out of the zone, and then you force guys to kind of play into your game a little bit, right?
Johnson a little disheveled on the mound right now.
He got called timeout as he was in the middle of his windup. No pitcher likes that.
No.
No.
Shot by Schultz, hit to left field. That may find some vacant grass, and it does, landing just in front of Jordan Anderson. And the Swift Current Indians in need of a spark. Alex Schultz finding some vacant grass in left field gives the Swift Current Indians their first base runner of the game and first hits.
Good start. So we'll see how Johnson responds. He was in the full windup in the first inning. We'll see how he does in the stretch. And sometimes, I know when I used to pitch back when I was a young man, I'd prefer to pitch with nobody on base. I mean, no duh to all the viewers out there, but it's a different feel for sure.
Thomas de Bonville to the plate now, swings and misses. TDB out of Silverthorne, Colorado. Alex Schultz on at first. De Bonville, an electrifying player for Joe Carnahan. 19 stolen bases on the year. Dangerous when he gets on base. Alex Schultz at first.
Did you mention what a beautiful night it is here tonight?
I haven't mentioned that.
Fantastic here.
And
it is absolutely beautiful.
We weren't sure it was going to be that nice too. During the day, there
Yeah.
was storms forecasted. There was clouds. It was a very gray and not very nice day at all. As the hit and run was on there, Alex Schultz was in motion. De Bonville fouls that off. And August could go either way, you know. We're getting into late July, early August here. These days on the calendar could go either way. You could have beautiful sunshine or you could have torrential rain. One thing Joe Carnahan won't have to contend with this year for his players' attention is the street dance. They don't do that anymore, eh?
They don't do it, eh?
Oh. Pickoff move to first, thrown away, and
score.
Alex Schultz.
Oh, buddy.
Giddies up to third base.
That's something the Indians need to kind of like get their spirits up a little bit. That's a nice break for them.
No street dance in Swift Current, but Alex Schultz river dancing his way to third base.
Yeah. I don't know anything about that street dance. You?
Oh, yeah, never.
Never. Yeah. Maybe the viewers don't know what that is.
Street dance in Swift Current was legendary. It was a fundraiser put on by the local Kinsman Club. And the Tribe were often on the road for it in the playoffs, but times when they weren't, then it was a good Swift Current experience type thing for the guys that were up. As de Bonville out in front of that pitch, and that'll be strike three as he goes down swinging. 2 out now. Alex Schultz at third base. Kyle Zerbis up. Zerbis 308, 16 RBI in 15 games for the Swift Current.
I like
Indians.
this guy. Yeah, he looks good. I haven't seen him play live, but man, I'll tell you what, when he came to the Indians, he looked good right away.
And he hadn't played for almost 2 months. His scholastic season ended May 2nd, and he arrived here just, probably beginning of July.
Let me tell you, a guy like this didn't stop training. I know that.
Yeah, Zerbis arriving in great shape. And took to the wimble like a duck takes to water. Just instant contributor. And that's tough going 2 months off. I mean, I know in your playing days, some years were easier than others when it came to getting your timing down and everything.
Absolutely,
after being off.
Yeah, I always said it took 50 at bats. Well, for me, because I didn't play college baseball a lot of times when I was coming out here, right? So 50 at bats is where it was at.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of these guys are playing, highly competitive college baseball, and they're coming here. That's the way the league is now. I kind of had to train on my own, hitting off the tee, so it took me a while.
Service is going to take a walk. First one issued by Johnson.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 13, Kyle McDonald.
So Big Mac to the plate now for the Tribe.
It's a big dude right here. It's a
He
big
is.
dude.
240 average, 4 home runs, 22 runs batted in. This guy's so strong you could eat steak with a spoon.
Yeah.
Native of Mississauga, Ontario.
I don't know. I kind of hope he hits a home run here. I don't know if anyone else wants him.
Well, I think Eric Dorton at third base just gave him the home run sign. Whoa! Look out.
Boom. Hey, crowd pleaser. But you got to watch the kids over there, man. There's a couple little kids over there. I hope they're okay.
Everyone seems to be chuckling about it, so I don't think any harm done. But man, he helicoptered that one past the Beaver dugout. Well, that was definitely a home run swing.
Yeah.
Tribe
Yeah,
assistant
for the
coach Julian Susi getting the bat there.
Yeah, for the folks that are here with like little kids like that, like you're just not safe in a park ever. You know what I mean? Like that may not happen for 25, 30 games.
Yeah.
Or ever in a season. But the one time it happens, it's tragedy. Anyway, that's a little dark, but you got the little kids enjoying the game, picking gum from underneath the seats there. That's what I used to do when I was a kid. And a bat comes flying. You don't want to get hit by one of those.
Yeah.
So.
Well, an unconventional strike for Ryan Johnson of the Weyburn Beavers. Nothing in one the count.
Excited the crowd anyway.
Yeah. There's that curveball from Johnson, and if he can throw that for strikes, it's going to be a good night for him. 0-2 the count to Big Mac here with runners on the corners and the Tribe down by 3.
Yeah, I think McDonald wants to shorten up and just make good contact here. 2 outs.
Swung on and missed, strike 3, high fastball. And the Swift Current Indians strand a couple. 2 innings in the books. Top of the third coming up. It's a 3-0 lead for the Weyburn Beavers. We'll be back shortly with more Full Line Ag Swift Current Indians baseball.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
We're back with Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. Ryan Schweitzer and the man they call Horse, Kelly Haraska. Breaking ball from St. Pierre. Strike 1, 1-1 the count now. St. Pierre and Reed Jelly.
Pretty sweet baseball name right there.
Reed Jelly.
Reed Jelly.
Silent H at the beginning of it. I've heard from people in Weyburn that his mom's name is Kelly.
Oh, yeah?
Kelly Jelly. So
Kelly Jelly?
Yeah, and we know that they're joining us right now, so a shout out to the Jelly family enjoying this game from, well, it says Reed's hometown is East Grand Forks, Minnesota. So, not sure
Really?
if that's where they are right now, but
Well, Kelly, if you're listening.
Reed just got a hit. It's his second of the game. I don't know if the Tribe are ready for that Jelly.
No. The kids in primary school used to tease me. They'd say Kelly Jelly and stuff like that.
Yeah. Because
So I know
too.
I know
yeah.
she got it. But, well, I guess if she got that name as she got married and had children,
Yep.
she's an adult now, so it probably doesn't bother her. But, like, people call me Kelly Jelly, Billy, Jelly, Kelly, all that stuff. And I ended up having to slap someone in their lip, over it. So. But she's an adult now, right?
Flied off by Jordan Anderson. The aforementioned Reed Jelly over at first base. Anderson, second year with the Weyburn Beavers. Left fielder. .265 hitter in the regular season with 29 runs batted in. 0 for 1 this game as he flew out to Liam Goodall the last time he was up. Third inning, top of, Tribe trail 3-0. 0-2 the count to Anderson. Reed Jelly on first with
You
a
can expect
leadoff
a
single.
pitch way off the plate here. Struck him out with the slider kind of down and away last time. I'd expect something the same here. And BSP's, I don't know if he likes to do the waste pitches in 0-2. He'll be off the plate for sure, but it should be close. Bang.
Catches the outside corner of it, and Anderson caught looking at that heater from Bobby St. Pierre.
There's kind of not new school.
Now batting,
It's
the
been
pitcher,
around.
number 19, Cam
Pitch to
Williams.
contact, right? There's no sense throwing one up over a guy's head, for that waste pitch. It's just a wasted pitch. They set up outside trying to get that outside call, and he hit a spot, and they got it. 3 pitches in a row.
Second strikeout of the game. Ground ball for Cam Williams in the 5-6 gap. Second hit of the game for Williams. 1 out and 2 on. Third inning for the Weyburn Beavers. Tribe haven't been able to keep Weyburn off the scoreboard in the first 2 innings, and Beavers threatening here in the third.
No, and it's I know
Now batting,
they're
the catcher,
frustrated
number
right now
6,
because
Zach
really
Frazier.
there's been maybe, what do they have, about 8 hits now? 7 hits?
Yeah, that's actually, they're up to 9.
Okay, 9 hits, and I've seen one quality, like one ball squared up, and it's been a lot of like bounce through or off the end of the bat. So they're fooled. They're just balls in play and finding holes right now.
Well, they're doing a good job of just putting balls in play, too, and that's...
Yep. But you look at that hit, not really a quality hit, just kind of like right in the right spot. Reed kind of bounced one or got one out to right field there, just right in the right spot. Nothing's being really squared up, right?
No, they're not hitting on the screws much at all. St. Pierre just misses to Zach Frazier. Frazier, the last time he was up, dropped a sack bunt, advanced the runner, and that runner subsequently scored. So Frazier doing his part. Some Weyburn Beavers small ball, his last trip to the dish. Nice slider from Bobby for strike 1. I would speculate that Christian Marquez will be the Game 2 starter for the Tribe tomorrow. Fastball, topped by Frazier to Alec Humphreys. A slow roller to Humphreys, not enough time for him to potentially turn a double play, so they get the out at first.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Frazier
number
grounds
7,
out to short,
Andrew
runners advance to
Urbistondo.
second and third. Andrew Urbistondo to the plate, who grounded out to Alec Humphreys his last trip to the plate. 2 down now, 3-0 lead for the Weyburn Beavers. Weyburn hungry for more here in the top of the third inning. Elsewhere in the WMBL playoffs, the Medicine Mavericks with a Game 1 win over Lethbridge earlier today. 10-inning game. Mavs winning 2-1 to take a 1-0 lead in that series. Regina's in Yorkton. That's been postponed due to severe weather. And Okotoks and Edmonton scoreless in Okotoks in the top of the third. Time called in mid-windup for BSP, so that's a couple times this game where that's happened to the pitchers.
I'll tell you what, he's you could kind of see when he got the ball back, he's a little bit irritated with that already.
Strike two, breaking pitch from St. Pierre. And why does that? I mean, I talk about it all the time. I've never pitched an inning of baseball at a competitive level, but why does that irk pitchers so much, the time called in mid-windup?
Well, there's a moment when you decide to go, and when you go, there's a little lag in when there's a timeout. Like when the timeout's called, right? So then you decide. You've got your grip and you're ready to go, and then he called timeout, and it's just to check up on it. Like, he's throwing upper 80s, and he has to check up his pitch. I mean, guys can get hurt or whatever. So it's irritating.
Didn't seem to affect Bobby in too much of an adverse way as he managed to strike out Urbistando. Bottom of three coming up, 3-0 lead for the Beavers on Full Line Ag Baseball.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians Baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com. Thrifty Car Rental. Cars, trucks, and vans available for rent. Great rates for corporate and personal rentals. Call 306-971-4000. Try your luck at Smoke Signals. The Progressive Jackpot will be awarded before it hits $2 million. And right now, it's just over $1 million. Any spin can win, and you could be Sega's next millionaire. Check out other Progressive machines, Life of Luxury, and Rider Nation. Live it up at Living Sky Casino. Living Sky Casino. Living Sky. Use your game sense.
Welcome back to Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians Baseball. Ryan Schweitzer, Kelly Haraska, Ryan Johnson throwing his between-inning pitches here. Had a few hit the backstop on him here.
Yeah, I can't wish for him to get wild or anything like that. I mean, do we have to be neutral, or is this our?
No, this is Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians Baseball.
Oh, okay.
No bones about the fact that we are homers for the Swift Current Indians.
Well, I hope he throws 30 balls in a row then. But you know what? I doubt it, because he's got 3 pitches working for strikes right now.
No, he certainly does.
Yeah.
First time up for Tobias Moreno. Moreno, the number 9 hitter. Swift Current Indians with 1 hit thus far. Weyburn Beavers have 9 through their 3 innings. Bottom of the third right now.
And we talked about quality, though, right? Like, how many of those are quality hits? I guess it doesn't even matter. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah. It's not how, it's how many, but
Right.
I don't think Bob St. Pierre's had a bad start.
No.
By any means.
No, he's getting ground balls. I mean, those are like, if they're hit 5 feet one way or the other, they're ground ball outs, right?
Moreno thought about that pitch in this lefty-on-lefty matchup, 2-1.
I remember when we played a lot against Lethbridge, who were like, kind of like that type of hitting team. And it's frustrating.
Ground ball by Moreno. Rintoul at second. Throws it away! And Moreno running like people are chasing him to second base. He slides in.
Buddy. You know what the crowd loves too? They love when guys dive in head first.
That's
love
awesome.
They love it. You can kind of hear it.
Yeah.
Judges are
Whether you
holding up
have
a
to or
10
not,
on
it
that
doesn't
one.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just looks cool. Looks scrappy. Looks like, man, I want to win.
And now
but it's good though too.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the Swift Current Indians, now they got to start holding Weyburn accountable for mistakes like that. That should have been a routine 4-3.
Yeah.
Colin Rintoul is sure-handed a second baseman, as you're going to find in this league, but just threw that one past Jelly at first. And
yeah, I wish the best for the kid. You know, a week from now, I wish the best for him, whatever he goes for. But like today, make errors all day long.
Best of luck in his baseball endeavors, just not in this
today.
round 1 series.
Not today. Yeah.
So now the Tribe, with a runner on at second, is Tobias Moreno. Puts a ball into play and good things happen. That's the theme for this game. Get that ball into play and good things happening.
Yeah.
Shane Doki showing bunt with nobody out and a runner on at second.
What I think happened is that he had to rush his throw a little bit because he was a little bit surprised how far, the 9-hole hitter for the Indians was, how far down the line he was. He had to kind of rush it.
Well, Moreno's got wheels, and they paid dividends for the Tribe there. 0-1 pitch to Doki, who shows bunt again. Gets that bunt down.
Stafer.
Nope. So 0-2. That'll change the complexion of the at-bat now. Top of the order up for the Tribe and Shane Doki. Doki lined out to the second baseman, his last trip up. .313 hitter on the year with 2 home runs and 21 RBI.
Well, he really, at this point, he's gonna try to shorten up and at least hit the ball to the right side of the infield. Try to move over the runner. At this point, with none out.
League MVP Alec Humphreys is on deck for the Tribe.
Got to set it up for him, for sure.
Set the table for the big dogs, and you have Swift's RBI leader, the guy who had the second most runs batted in the league.
Nice.
Good all on deck as Tobias Moreno scampers to third base.
And you know the Indians right now, they're looking, because they have a lot of team speed, they're looking at how Johnson is, his timing. If you look at his timing when he goes to second base, if he's doing the same thing all the time, they'll just count. It'll be 1001, 1002, whatever the timing mechanism is, and they'll leave.
Shot by Doki, that's going to bring a run in. And the Tribe are on the board.
Make him pay for the error, Swites.
It happened.
Make him pay.
Hold him accountable. Shane Doki takes an 0-2 pitch into the outfield and scores Toby Moreno. And now 1 on for MVP. Tobias Moreno out of Jacksonville, Florida. Played his school ball at Embry-Riddle. And now this is where the Swift Current Indians...
Why was that guy the MVP?
Alec Humphreys?
I mean, he comes up and just greases a single up the middle of the score, right? Indians are down a little bit.
Well, that's Doki who got that single.
Oh,
this is
Doki.
This is the MVP up right here.
This is him.
Yeah.
Oh, then I expect a home run.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, Humphreys hit 5 of them. 3 of those home runs that Humphreys hit this year was in your favorite park to play in Melville.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he had 3 dingers at Perry Field this year. Yeah. You love Melville.
You just could see there, yeah. That happens.
Al tries to get that bunt down, but...
You know, and then you look at the unselfishness of the Indians right now. You got the league MVP up right now. You know, and he's trying to move the runner over, and they're just trying to manufacture runs at this point early in the game. They're down by 2. It's good stuff.
Crowd filling up here in Swift Current.
Late arrivals, they're out barbecuing before they got
Well,
here, eh?
August long weekend. Game number 2 is going to go tomorrow, 7:05 at Mitchell Field in this series. Then game 3 back in beautiful Weyburn.
I don't know if
Tuesday.
you could dial up a more beautiful evening than this. This is amazing.
No, for a late July playoff game. Humphreys, oh man.
Hit the grass, come foul. Yeah, see, they had to hurry there. You could see the urgency of the pitcher and catcher there to touch that ball after it kind of hit the lip and it was coming back. That happens a lot, so that could have been danger for them.
Well, they managed to avoid a malfunction at the junction there. Count is 1-2 to Al Humphreys. Native of Midlothian, Texas. Finished the regular season hitting .393. 5 home runs, 30 RBI. And one of the finest shortstops in all the land. And in this league, if you want to win a championship...
He's choked up right now. He's looking to hit up the middle here.
Humphreys fouls that off. One thing that hasn't changed about this league from your playing days is if you want to win a championship, then having a good shortstop's not negotiable.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. No.
Have to be strong there.
You have to be strong. You have to be strong, basically up the middle. They call it in baseball, right? So catcher, shortstop, second base, center field. You can hide guys at other spots, but if you're vulnerable in any of those spots, it's tough to win. And pitcher as well, of course.
Humphreys reaches.
That works.
Rintoul flips to the pitcher at first. He's safe.
Atta baby.
Emphatically safe.
Yep. He's fast too, man. That guy can run.
Oh, he's got all the tools.
Yeah, man. He's a good player.
He can run, he can hit, he
You
can
can
throw.
see it. It was going to be a mess when he hit that. You could see it. It was great. It was great to watch.
Well, Phil Curtis is out of the Weyburn Beavers dugout to
There's
question
no
that
explanation
call.
there, right? Like, hey, you know what? Maybe you should work on replay next year. Like I always think that when I'm watching your broadcast. I'm like, man, if you could like rewind plays, that'd be dynamite. You'd make national news. You'd make the CBC. You'd make the CBC.
Need a few more sponsorship dollars to make that one happen,
Yeah.
but
Right.
we'll see. We try to grow the webcast each and every year.
Yeah.
You know,
well, next year, let's get replay. Let's
year-
go. We need to see stuff like that.
Last year it was just one camera,
Yeah.
and then we had the audio commercial. So this
Oh,
year
man.
we got the camera one and then the camera two there.
Hey,
And
you
then-
do the best broadcast of amateur ball that I've seen.
Well, thank you.
No, it's
You-
dynamite. You got your lovely wife over here just doing zoom ins, and she, you know,
She's gotten pretty good at it.
Yeah, no, and
Yep.
appropriate. It's like professional. And then you've got the standard, field span, and
Well,
you
yeah.
can switch cameras anytime you want. Or
Here, you want
whatever
to switch? Just push that button.
No,
there.
I don't want to touch any buttons.
There's camera two.
That red one, I don't know what that one's gonna do.
There. And then back to camera one for the pitch. Inside
sure-
to Goodall, 2-0.
How about some comments on your YouTube? Did you close the comments?
No, the comments are there. Just people don't.
They don't
Yep.
comment. Start commenting.
They-
If you,
we-
if,
we
you
get-
like, if you like the Schweitzers online video and what they're doing here, say something. Show some appreciation.
Send a tweet our way
Yeah.
at
For
Ryan
Snow Streaker.
_ Schweitzer or at Snow
Snow
Streaker as
Streaker.
well. We didn't have to give anyone $1,000 this year.
Yeah.
3-0 the count to Goodall. You know that that $1,000
Did you do
hit
that
for the
again
cycle
this year?
thing.
Yeah.
We came close a few
Yeah.
times. There were a couple games. I know Culver Plant, who's not playing tonight, he's on the bench, but
That's a big, strong dude too.
a great
God.
athlete.
Wow.
But he was
Big redheaded guy too, eh?
great beard.
Oh, dynamite.
I'm gonna be-
I
I'm gonna
got
be
beard
four-
envy.
I'm gonna be 40
Yeah, I
years
know.
old next year, and I
Right.
can't grow.
Yeah.
I'll never be able to grow a
Yeah.
beard like that.
Yeah.
Liam Goodall at the plate now. His teammates call him Weird Guy. 3-0 count. Goodall's going to take a walk, and that'll load the bases for the Rookie of the Year in the league, Bodie Cooper.
This is nice. You can, well, obviously
Nobody
you can
out.
see how the momentum has changed a little bit. This is great stuff.
You know, and we talked about it last inning. There was that timeout that was called in mid-windup for Ryan Johnson, and he had to go and collect himself. He walked off the mound since then, and since then, I think he just hasn't been the same.
No, those
Hasn't
are
been able to
little
recover.
things you got to do to people. Pitchers that are kind of in a groove. You got to disrupt their timing. You got to change everything. I mean, even fake like your contact fell out, and you just got to change everything. What's going on?
Now batting, the
And
catcher,
sometimes
number
people in the
5,
stands don't pick
Bodie
up on it,
Cooper.
but it's like it's faked or it's contrived. You just have to.
Well, how about this? Tying run represented by Al Humphreys at second base.
We got Gigantor up the bat here. Can you hit a home run?
Well, he hit 5 of them throughout the
Yeah.
year, and he had the second most runs batted in on the
Well,
team
put
with
one
33.
on the street. Let's go, buddy. Ooh.
He tried. got that one aiming for McDonald Drive and Swift.
Yeah. Or put one through the picture window of that brown house over there.
I don't think the brown house would appreciate that
No,
too
they
much,
wouldn't, but we would. Ooh.
Another
See,
big cut with cruel intentions.
Yeah. That house right there. Christine is all over it. Put it through that house.
That's a big window.
That is a big window.
Almost. You could almost see in that picture window.
Yeah.
Hey, folks.
If they're listening, watch out. He's swinging with cruel intentions, as someone would say, right?
He certainly is.
Yes.
Well, he's going to fly that one up.
Are we going for it? Yeah, sure.
Dan
why
Moore
not?
at center
Let's do
field
it.
makes
Let's
the
do
catch.
it.
Here comes Shane
Let's
Doki.
do it. This is great.
Play at the plate. He's in.
Yeah.
Bang. 3-2 the score now.
Well, the Indians have done their homework. That arm wasn't strong enough to throw anybody out from there. So
Shane Doki comes in, and the Tribe now trail by just one.
Number 29, Alex Schultz.
The Swift Current
nice
Indians.
job to tag up and get the third as well.
Yep.
Read that throw. Get out there.
Yeah, a good piece of base running from Alec Humphreys. There's the league MVP out of Midlothian, Texas.
He's actually the center fielder. I don't know his name. If he knew he was going to throw somebody out at the plate, he should have been going to third to cut that runner off there. But Humphreys read it correctly.
Now Alex Schultz to the plate. Schultz singled the last time he was up.
I'm feeling better now.
Well, this Tribe are certainly no strangers to playing from behind this year.
Right. Yeah.
That was a rough start, and
this changes. BSP is sitting on that bench right now, and he's like, "Hey, thanks." In his head, he's like, "Oh, yeah, thank goodness, man. Let's go." I suspect he'll come out and he'll be fired up.
it took the Weyburn Beavers 5 hitters to get an out, and it was that sac fly RBI from Bodie Cooper. Only one down here with runners on the corners, so Tribe already have 2.
Not many holes in the Indians lineup either, huh?
No, they're 1 through 9 as Schultz calls timeout.
So you mean that's what I'm talking, like whether he felt uncomfortable or not, got bit by a mosquito, it doesn't matter. Just change what he's doing.
It's the great thing about baseball, all the little games within the game. Runner at first is checked.
And then you could see there's just something subtle about the way Johnson picked over at first base. He dropped his foot early, kicked up a bunch of dirt. You could see, I don't know if you could see it on the video, but it looked like he almost like tripped a little bit. It's like he was unsure of what he wanted to do there. And you can see the difference right there. He was a little more confident about that.
It's living dangerously picking guys off or attempting the pick off at this time of night with the sun setting in the western sky.
Absolutely, I've played enough first base over there, man. It's crazy. This right now.
There isn't a cloud in the sky.
If I was at first base, I'd take a bigger lead, actually.
Swung on and missed by Schultz. Count will be 2-1.
And that's okay. 2-0. It's a sellout swing. He's looking for a fastball. He got it. He missed it. He's looking to drive the ball. He's not looking to make contact right now.
Switch hitter Alex Schultz going from the right side of the plate against the lefty Johnson here. Schultz not with a ton of opportunities to hit from the right side this year. 1-2 pitch, shows bunt, inside, pulls away, 3-1 the count now.
And right now, I think they're gonna let Schultz hit right now. 3-1. He's looking for a fastball over the plate. He wants to stay short inside the ball. Look to make good contact here. He wants to hit it deep.
3-1 the count.
Yeah, 3-1. He's hitter's count. He's dead red fastball. If Johnson throws him a curve, he'll lay off it. If he throws it for a strike, good for him, but he's looking fastball right here.
Fastball out. Schultz walks in 5. Thomas de Bonville to the plate.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 9, Thomas de Bonville.
I would have never thought that he'd squared a, it's not really a sacrifice bunt. Like he was gonna try to bunt for a base hit there, but I didn't think they would have done that 3-1 in that situation with Schulte. He's a good athlete.
Well, the situation.
Let him swinging.
Now we have bases loaded for Thomas de Bonville. De Bonville struck out his last time up. Went down swinging. 372 on the regular season. 2 home runs, 24 RBI. De Bonville playing in 32 games. 48 hits and 129 at-bats for De Bonville.
Got it, baby.
Shot by De Bonville in the 5-6 gap. We have a tie ball game, and the Tribe looking to take the lead here. Liam Goodall heads home, slides in. De Bonville cashes in 2-4-3 Tribe.
Good piece of hitting right there. Ball kind of ran in on him, and he dragged his hands inside, make good contact, hit through the hole. Good stuff right there.
Thomas de Bonville is eligible to come back and play next year. And if he does, this is a kid who could be an MVP of the league.
Yeah. Is he a freshman or what is he?
I'm not entirely sure.
You're not sure? Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look at the cheat sheet here.
Nope, the cheat sheet doesn't have that there.
Doesn't have it.
I know TDB. I'm pretty sure he's a sophomore.
Yeah.
1 for 2 in the playoffs this year. I know he's eligible to come back next year. Eastern Arizona College. Cheat sheet doesn't say, but I'm sure his parents will tweet at us.
Yeah.
Mark and Rayanne.
He's just 19.
Yeah, 19 years old. So.
Jeez. I don't remember being 19.
Oh, to be young and athletic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kyle Zerbis at the plate now.
You know what? For all those folks that have sent your kids up here in the summer, I played here for 14 years or whatever it was. And Regina has a team in the league, and I would have never played for them. I got a chance to play here, and I would never leave Swift Current. I love this town. Great town to send your kids.
Aw, that's sweet to say.
Zerbis swings and misses. Well, it's a good town too, because
it's a great town, man.
It's a fun experience, but there isn't too much trouble to get into either.
No, there's not. Yeah, everywhere is 5 minutes to go, right?
Yep.
You want to go somewhere, it's 5 minutes. It's a big enough town where there's enough people you can. You can have some fun, but
Shot by Kyle Zerbis with 1 out. Hits that into right field. Oh, no! Ulysses Fluellen with an adventure in right. And couldn't get a fine beat on that baseball, and Kyle Zerbis is going to live to see another pitch. Count as 2-2, a long strikeout of the deal for Ryan Johnson, but
maybe the sun got in his eyes. I have no idea.
I probably did.
That's a big miscue right there. Could come back to haunt him a little bit.
Well, only 1 down here still.
Yep.
Zerbis is the 8th batter to come up for the Swift Current Indians this inning, and only 1 down. Great start for the Weyburn Beavers, but the Swift Current Indians roaring back.
Oh, it's up. You know what? The umpires got a pretty consistent strike zone tonight. I know Joe was a little bit concerned about the umpires and their strike zones, but I know this guy's his name Trevor. The guy.
Trevor Drury.
Yeah.
For my money, he's probably...
He's got a good zone tonight. He really does. He's consistent there.
Ball forward to Zerbis.
We're going to check that swing, maybe.
When it comes to guys behind the plate, calling balls and strikes, for my money, Drury's probably the best in the league here. He's been around forever.
He could have easily called that curveball a strike, and no one would have argued with him. But it was up, and he's sticking to his guns with that high curve right there. He's not calling it. He wants the ball down.
Kyle McDonald came to the plate last time full of whiz and vinegar with a huge swing that helicoptered his bat into the third row.
He wants the ball in the outfield right now.
Playoff intensity, it can really factor into things. And a young guy like McDonald, he's another one who's eligible to come back next year. Just
He should be talking to Joe about lefty on lefty matchups right now. Joe loved lefties.
Yeah.
He knew exactly what they wanted to do to him, and he used it against them. Like Joe Carnahan, the coach.
Oh yeah,
used to like fake swing, like faint swing or fake swing at curves that were way out of the zone, and then he knew another one was coming, and he would just absolutely hammer him.
In your career,
he abused people. It was stupid.
In your career, did
I'm
you
like,
ever
did
play
you
with
do
a
that?
smaller
Did you
hitter?
do that on purpose?
Yeah.
And he's like, yes, I did.
Yeah.
I'm like, I thought you did because that doesn't look like your swing. He's like, no, I'm just setting him up for that. I'm like, what? Who does that?
He did.
He did.
And did you
And
ever
he was
play with a
gross.
smarter hitter
No,
than him?
he's gross. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was by far the best hitter I've played in 14 years that I played against or with. He's sick.
Curveball from McDonald stays up 2-2 the count here with the bases loaded.
Hit for power and average. Just clutch. I mean, you sat up here.
Oh,
he was clutch.
It was
Way
unreal.
more clutch than any other guy you've ever seen.
Well, I'll never forget it. 2005 championship.
He's
He
gross.
had 586 in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Just
No, he was amazing. Yeah. No, he would get just. He's just mentally tough when it comes to like spots like this. You know what I mean?
It's the WMBL Coach of the Year. That was announced this morning.
And he cares about his guys, man. Like today, like, you know, I'm staying with him. I'm here in town, and his wife and kids are down in Wisconsin. You know, he misses his kids, but we're over at the wholesale foods or whatever, and he's getting meat and sandwiches for these guys because they all show up early, getting the park ready. He cares about these guys, man. He's like, I got to take care of them.
Popped up. Colin Rintoul makes the catch. Kyle McDonald flies out to second.
I know
Second out.
Kyle wants that back. He just missed that ball. That was
Now
a
batting the
sky
center
ball.
fielder,
That's
number
a
7,
That's a
Tobias
difference of an
Moreno.
eighth of an inch on the ball. That ball being deep in the outfield.
Remember, Tobias Moreno's last at bat. It was earlier this inning when he got on base via an E4. Came around and scored. This is the guy who really got this train a-rolling. Tribe now up 4-3. They trailed by 3 at the beginning of this inning.
That's a good 9-hole hitter too, right? In this situation, if he hits a ground ball, like you've got to be quick to get him out for sure.
Check swing, lefty on lefty.
He can run a little bit.
Great center fielder.
Yeah.
Moreno and Zerbis arrived in Swift Current around the same time. Zerbis was a really quick take to the Swift Current Indians lineup. Started contributing right away. Moreno needed a little bit more time to figure out the timing, but he seems to have got it down now. His final week in the regular season racked up a lot of hits, 5 RBI in 3 games as well. So Moreno's just starting to find his swing just at the perfect time.
Yeah. Really, if I could get inside his head right now, he should just relax. He got this inning started. It all started with him. It just
Bases
stay within
loaded.
yourself.
Something about that pitch looked tasty.
Yeah,
As he took a big hack.
He's got a bigger swing than I'd like in this situation. Just stay up the middle. But you know, hey, I don't know the guy.
Don't know the guy, but you know
like
the game.
He looks scrappy. He just looks scrappy. This guy.
1-2 pitch.
There you go, buddy.
Slaps
there
it
it
into
is.
the 5-6 gap. 1 will score. 2 will score.
And he's clapping his hands, going to first base. He shortened up. Took that breaking pitch the other way. Perfect at bat. Perfect.
Tobias Moreno.
And I just told you, I don't know the guy. So his first 2 swings, he's trying to hit it deep, and that one he shortened up, just punched it the other way. Dynamite. Great at bat. Who's the MVP of this inning?
And well, that guy.
That
right
guy.
there. Tobias Moreno.
That guy. Right?
What a turning point it
And,
was.
and you
Moreno
got your
reaching on there.
9-hole guy turning over the lineup, right? Down by 3. That's how we started.
Second at bat now for Shane Doki.
Yeah. It's good, and you can see the confidence of the Indians now. They're like they've got their mojo, the swagger kind of going right now.
Well, they were looking for
good.
sparks.
Yep.
Tobias Moreno provided that offensively.
And on top of that, Johnson's not, if you're looking at that pitch right there, is borderline call. He's just not getting that call right now either.
Johnson's about to uncork pitch number 85 of his evening.
Oh, yeah.
Third inning. Weyburn Beavers loosening up Hunter Tipton in their bullpen.
And you can see the difference, right? So we're in the third inning, and the Indians are being patient. They're trying to get him deep in counts, and they've done their job. He's 85 pitches. He will not last longer than another couple innings, that's for sure, if he gets out of this one. And I like
double
that
steal
call.
here, and look at that.
Love that call right there. That's insult to injury or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, right there.
Eric
Love
Dorton's
that
done a
call.
heck of a job
Yeah.
coaching third base
Yeah.
for the Swift Current Indians this
Love it.
year, and he's the one who sends in those signals, the Swift Current Indians assistant coach. What a find he's been for Joe Carnahan.
Yeah, Joe loves
He
that
compliments
guy too.
Joe so well.
Yeah, no, Joe loves that guy right there. Good dude. He got himself a new job there in Kansas, I guess. I was talking to him earlier. Good dude. Loves baseball, loves being at the park.
Count 3-2 now to Shane Doki. Doki RBI single the last time he was up. He's 1 for 2 on the game.
This would be a dagger right now, like a double or something like that. It'd be bad for Weyburn, good for Swift Current.
3-2 pitch with 2 away. Ryan Johnson walks Doki to load the bases for the MVP.
This is it for Johnson right here.
Yep, they're going to go to Hunter Tipton, their relief pitcher. 87 pitches, 88 pitches for Ryan Johnson. And he will exit from this baseball game. Johnson, 2+ innings, 5 hits, 6 runs, 3 of them earned. Walking 5, striking out 4, facing 19 hitters. Hunter Tipton will come in.
Number 32, Hunter Lipton.
Hunter Tipton's one of these players for the Weyburn Beavers. He was a late season arrival. 4 appearances, 1 start, 15+ innings of work, 11 hits. Struck out 10 and walked 5, 0-2 on the year with a 2.29 earned run average. Tipton was a member of that pennant-winning team in Weyburn last year. Right-handed pitcher. As a hitter going lefty to righty, how does that affect things?
You know what? I'm a right-handed hitter, and I didn't really like lefties. I don't know why, because I didn't see him growing up like a lot. You know, playing baseball in Canada, I saw all righties, so I'd prefer to face a righty. I didn't mind sliders from righties. My weakness was kind of down and in sliders from lefties. I know. Remember Colin Olford?
Bull Olford,
Whenever I look at lefties, I always think of Colin Olford. And when we won a championship one year, and we went to Melville, and they had some tough lefties. And he was in. I remember talking to Harv, and I'm like, dude, this guy hits lefties. I don't know. I don't know why or how, because I don't get it. Like I was never lefty fastballs, but you can never count on it.
Yeah.
But he hit lefty sliders down and in like I've never seen. You know, and he didn't even play college baseball, but he just had good hands and he had good eye-hand coordination. And
Now batting,
I asked him one time, I go, how do you hit that? He goes, that's my pitch. I go, and I'm like, that's weird, because like the down and in on righties from lefties is nobody's pitch.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't even make sense. No one hits that. I mean, from good quality lefties. Anyway, these guys are used to seeing righties. It's no problem right here.
3 tribesmen on the reserve for the MVP, Alec Humphreys.
That was the point of my
6'3".
story.
Yep. Curveball from Tipton drops in for strike 1. So the Tribe with 3 ducks on the pond here. And the MVP, Alec Humphreys, a 6-run third inning for the Swift Current Indians, who now lead 6-3. Tipton goes fastball. 1-1. Tribe RBI leader Liam Goodall is on deck. 1-1 pitch to Humphreys.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
In the 5-6 gap. One scores, two will score. An
Boys came to
8-run
play.
third.
Boys came to play, right? Hey, we were talking like, oh, we got to get the Johnson, all this stuff. They came to play. That's it.
They did.
They manufactured runs. You know what it is? If Weyburn's going to look back at this game, the error at second base, I'm not saying it's his fault because, Johnson still has to make pitches after that. But that's what opened the door. And we're still in this inning, and it opened up with an error. And it's happened to everybody. Anyone that's listening to this game that's ever played baseball, they know that sucks.
This is the 13th hitter that the Swift Current Indians have sent to the plate here in this.
Oh, but this is great though. Now that we know this is a Homer radio,
Oh, yeah.
we can do this all day long.
It's full line ag
Too
Swift
bad.
Current Indians baseball.
It's too bad.
We would certainly roll out the red carpet for full line ag Beaver baseball. If they wanted to send a squad to the park here, we'd find a way to
You're right.
accommodate it.
Absolutely.
Shot by Goodall, hit to center field. That could be trouble. Morrow is back and makes the
Nice.
catch, and an elusive third out is finally recorded by the Weyburn Beavers as Liam Goodall flies out to center field. But how do you like an 8-run inning for the Swift Current Indians?
Are you asking me?
5 hits.
Are you asking me?
I'm throwing
Yeah,
it out
no.
there. It's
Yeah, I like
subjective,
it.
but
I like it.
Fans in Swift Current like it a lot too. Top
He's
of
asking the
4
crowds out
coming up.
there. Tweet them. Tell them how you feel.
It's full line ag Swift Current Indians baseball.
Our year-end sale, UT.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com. Simon Auto Sales. Large enough to make a difference, small enough to care. With almost 100 vehicles to choose from, let them show you the Simon Auto Sales difference. Consider a staycation with Home Inn Suites Swift Current. With one of the best amenities packages of any Swift Current hotel, you may not want to leave. With a full-service salon and spa on site, you can pamper yourself with an hour or a day of peaceful relaxation. The kids and kids at heart can have a blast sliding down the water slide and soaking in the whirlpool in our sparkling indoor pool. To book your next stay, visit homeinswiftcurrent.ca or call 1-844-BOOK-D3H. Home Inn Suites Swift Current is a proud supporter of the Swift Current Indians and wish them the best of luck this season.
Welcome back to Full Line Ag Swift Current Indians baseball. The Swift Current Indians giving Bobby St. Pierre some run support here in an 8-run fourth or third inning rather. We're in the fourth now. Ryan Johnson for the Beavers, 2+ innings, 5 hits, 8 runs, only 3 earned. Striking out 4 and walking 5 along the way, facing 19 hitters. Hunter Tipton coming in to pitch for the Weyburn Beavers. And now Bob St. Pierre takes to the mound with a 5-run lead. It's the top of the order for the Weyburn Beavers. Dan Morrow, who's up. He's 2 for 2 this game with an RBI. Single and a double. St. Pierre. Fastball for strike 2. 1-2 count. Glad you could join us for Game 1, the Eastern semifinals, WMBL. Out of town scoreboard. Lethbridge and Medicine Hat open their series at 5 o'clock today. Medicine Hat with a 2-1 win over the Bulls in 10 innings. And what is happening in Okotoks? Bottom of the 4th inning, Edmonton Prospects with a 3-0 lead on the Dogs. Tribe here with an 8-3 lead on the Weyburn Beavers. Morrow, ground ball to first. Kyle McDonald, unassisted out. Morrow retired for the first time this game, grounding out to the first baseman. That'll bring Colin Rintoul to the plate, who's 2 for 2.
Colin Rintoul.
There's Bob St. Pierre's dad, Bob St. Pierre Sr. Nice to see the elder BSP making his way here. Up from Windsor, coming and checking this out. There's our color guy, Kelly Haraska. He's got to go get some refreshments, and he's going to catch up with some of his old friends here. Horst talked about it, 14 summers here in Swift Current as a member of the Swift Current Indians before the WMBL was a straight collegiate league. One pitch to Rintoul. Pounds that into the right field area. Rintoul now 3 for 3.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 34, Ulysses Llewellyn.
That's the 10th hit of the game for the Weyburn Beavers. Tribe have 8 runs on 6 hits and taking advantage of 2 Weyburn errors. Beavers 3 runs on 9 hits, no errors assessed to the Swift Current Indians. Knock on wood. Ulysses Llewellyn to the plate. All or nothing, Ulysses Llewellyn. Big hack at the first pitch from St. Pierre, out in front of something off speed. Count is 0-1. Ground ball. Potential for 2, 3, 6. Oh, airmailed over top of St. Pierre, covering first. And Llewellyn will gallop to second base.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 8, Corey Harrell.
Corey Harrell, sac fly RBI. Last time he was up. Two down here.
Oh dear.
St. Pierre steps off the rubber. Swing and a miss by Harrell. Count 0-2.
Senior.
Thank you.
Fastball out from St. Pierre, 1-2. Catching up with some old friends and making some new ones out there, Horse.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Saw Dustin Bissonette out there.
Biss,
Biss.
2008.
Prolific baseball player for Lethbridge.
Well, he played a season in Swift, too. I think
And
he was our MVP in 08.
played here and coached.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a good baseball player, too, man. He was good. Really good.
Played a good second base, was good
Oh,
at
yeah.
short.
Could hit. No, he's just a scrappy player, man. He was a good player.
And now residing in Swift Current, helping out the Swift Current Indians in a volunteer capacity.
Yep.
Breaking ball from St. Pierre. How
Look at
about that
this.
slider?
Well, you know what? I kind of like look back and watch BSP throw a little bit. Would you agree with me? His confidence has gotten a little better, and the Indians are kind of on their toes a little bit right now. Am I right?
You're not wrong. Yep.
Yeah.
8-run inning will help out a pitcher's confidence.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Bottom of 4 coming up. Tribe lead by 5. We're back shortly with Full Line Ag Baseball.
Webcast of Swift Current Indians Baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Welcome back to Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. Bodie Cooper leading off for the Swift Current Indians, League Rookie of the Year award winner. Bodie. How about the Swift Current Indians taking 3 of 4 of the major league awards announced today? Bodie Cooper, Rookie of the Year. Alec Humphreys, MVP. Joe Carnahan, Coach of the Year. The only major trophy the Tribe didn't win is Canadian Rookie of the Year. Mike Moffat of the Lethbridge Bulls snagged that. Count 1 and 2 to Bodie Cooper. And he painfully fouls that off of himself. Count remains 1 and 2.
You know what? The awards are nice in the league, and I bet if I could ask any of these guys, you know, how the league awards, what they matter to them. Like if they go through these playoffs and they get close to winning the championship, what they would take versus the league awards.
Yep.
They'd want to win the
Now
championship
batting,
for
the
sure.
right fielder, number 29, Alex Schultz.
But it's nice to be recognized, of course, at the same time by a league of, and it's a good league for the people that are out there. If you haven't had a chance to come up and watch your son play in this league, it's a good league. It's a historic league. Goes back a lot of years. It's changed over the years. You know,
It's evolved.
yeah, it's evolved.
Alex Schultz swinging a miss.
It's a great place to come and play. You know, it's a quick 48 games in a short summer, and it's amazing. And I was just talking to people while I'm here. It changed my life. It just changes. It's just meet people, right? It's good stuff.
Alex Schultz, who will hit from the left side of the plate, the switch hitter, pops that up to Colin Rintoul. Catch is made. You know, on the subject of individual awards and whatnot, and, as you said, it's good to be recognized and everything. I remember in 2004, Joe won league MVP, and that was before he was a full-time Swift Current resident.
Yeah.
Go back to Wisconsin after the offseason. He actually left his MVP trophy in my car.
Didn't matter to him. Trust me.
No, it didn't.
Never.
And Thomas de Bonville drops that bunt and relies on the afterburners.
Oh,
look
man.
at
Go, buddy.
Look
Go,
at him
buddy. Nice. I love it.
TBV.
That's awesome. He didn't. Seriously, look at that guy.
Now batting.
Oh, he's like, oh, I'm tired.
40,
Did you see that?
Gomez.
Christina, good shot. He's like, oh, I'm tired. No, he wasn't. He decided as soon as that ball was overthrown, he was going to third. Did you see that?
That was great.
He didn't slow down one bit. That'll charge a crowd up too, man. That's awesome.
And again, the theme of tonight, just put the ball in play and expect good things to happen as Thomas de Bonville drops a bunt and suddenly ends up at third
Holy
base.
cow.
He can run.
Yeah, a little bit.
Hi, Mark. Hi, Rayanne. You know they're watching.
Christina giving a shout out to Tom's parents in Silverthorne, Colorado.
Lovely people.
Are they here? Oh
No, in Colorado.
they're listening.
Yeah,
what am I talking about?
They've been
Yeah.
down twice, though. And they're
Oh, okay.
lovely,
Yeah.
lovely people.
Oh, the guy that's just around the third?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
His
Oh,
folks.
Yeah.
Christina hasn't said a word all season, but you show
Well,
up and suddenly
okay,
she's like
now-
the third person
No,
on the crew.
there you
here.
go. Yeah. Well, we should get a tweet to find out where he got his speed from, mom or dad. It's probably mom, though. Probably mom. It's always mom.
Athletic background, I think, with both parents.
His mother.
is
Well-
Kyle Zerbis out in front of that pitch. 2-2 with 2 down.
Yeah, his mom's probably like some Denver University 100-meter champion or something.
Who let the dogs out in Swift Currents? It's Kyle Zerbis.
Right? Yeah.
Fouls
Trying to
that
get
back.
foul ball and bring it back to the souvenir booth to get a loony.
Well, really a tale of two baseball games through the first 5 innings here. Bottom of the 5th. Tribe with a slow start. Weyburn putting the ball in play and jumping out to a quick 3-0 lead, but it is the Swift Current Indians who have roared back. 2 down, Thomas de Bonville on at third base for Kyle Zerbis. Kyle McDonald is on deck for the Tribe.
Well, it's like that. You know, Weyburn come in here and they're swing like we talked about it earlier. Swinging early, they got some hits, they got some runs, but it just took one error and a couple of hits, and it just fell apart for them. That's it.
Pitch inside from Tipton. Zerbis gets out of the way, 3-2 count with 2 down here. Shot by Zerbis, hit foul. Pitch number 21 of the game for Tipton. Minor ball tournament happening in Swift Current, so we got a lot of ball teams coming from all over the province to check this one out.
And these kids should be out here watching this. They should be.
Swung on and missed, strike 3. The Swift Current Indians are going to strand one here as Thomas de Bonville left at third base. 5 innings in the books. Top of 6 coming up. It's an 8-3 lead for the Swift Current Indians. We're back with more Full Line Ag Indians baseball shortly.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com. Thrifty Car Rental. Cars, trucks, and vans available for rent. Great rates for corporate and personal rentals. Call 306-971-4000.
Well, we're celebrating our third Rider Nation Progressive Jackpot in the last 2 months, just under 2 months. So we're really pleased to have our winner here and his friend and celebrate with them and present the check to them. It went off, and what happened? What was the experience like?
Exploded and I died.
Yeah, you did.
No, I was excited after. Took a while to sink in.
We're really excited for the Rider Progressive machine here, slot machine here. It's very popular, and hopefully, you never know, you might be the next winner.
Reed Jelly up for the Weyburn Beavers. Top of the 6th inning, 8-3 lead for the Swift Current Indians. Got to give a shout out to the Goodall family and Carol St. Pierre Lutz for the mentions on Twitter. Hope you're enjoying the Full Line Ag webcast. They'll enjoy it that much more.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, like, you give them a shout out, and he just greases the fastball down the pipe and walks off the mound like, there, take that. That's what it looked like, did it not?
Oh yeah,
That's beautiful.
Now we're seeing after.
Oh, buddy, he's on now.
Weyburn got some hits early this game.
Look at him.
Now
Look
we're
at the
seeing
close-up.
vintage Bobby.
Look at him.
The noble savage is what his teammates call him. Ground ball. Humphreys.
Look at this guy.
Make it happen.
Routine.
Come on. Yes.
Dynamite.
Everything's coming up Tribe now after a slow start in this one.
You know, that very same ground ball was getting through early, right?
Yep.
So we're looking at 4 pitches for this inning. BSP is striking guys out, walking off the mound with his chest in the air, which is good. I mean, it's good to have confidence when you're out there. Dynamite.
Bobby's got a swagger about him. Nothing arrogant,
Love
just
it.
the right amount of.
You can tell there's a difference right now. He don't care.
Cam Williams has been a thorn in the side of the Swift Current Indians, though. This guy at the plate's 2 for 2 with a couple of singles.
Not today. What? That was a strike.
He was
Now it's a
2 for
strike
2
game
with a
for
run
us.
scored.
Hey, Trevor, you're a good umpire when you're calling strikes, not for us, against us.
1-1 pitch. Ground ball.
Sit on.
McDonald.
Good, nice play.
Flips, and that's
Great
enough
play.
of that. Quick inning for Bob St. Pierre. Top of the 6th is in the books. 8-3 lead for the Swift Current
DSP,
Indians.
great socks too, eh? Look at that.
It is 8-3 in favor
Goes
of
old
the
school with
Swift
it.
Current
Old school
Indians
socks.
Beavers.
Tribe up by 5. Bottom of 6 coming up. They'll look to add to that lead when we return with Full Line Ag. Swift Current Indians baseball.
That's 1-0-3-0.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com. Thrifty Car Rental. Cars, trucks, and vans available for rent. Great rates for corporate and personal rentals. Call 306-971-4000. Consider a staycation with Home Inn Suites Swift Current. With one of the best amenities packages of any Swift Current hotel, you may not want to leave. With a full-service salon and spa on site, you can pamper yourself with an hour or a day of peaceful relaxation. The kids and kids at heart can have a blast sliding down the water slide and soaking in the whirlpool in our sparkling indoor pool. To book your next stay, visit homeinswiftcurrent.ca or call 1-844-BOOK-D3H. Home Inn Suite Swift Current is a proud supporter of the Swift Current Indians and wish them the best of luck this season.
Kyle McDonald. Nice play at first base to end the top of the 6th inning.
Yeah, it was an athletic play. Got the ball, kind of had to slide on his knee. Got it to BSP. Inning over. You know what, right now, if I was the Indians, I'd be trying to hammer balls on the roofs of houses right now. Up 8-3. Just take hacks.
My mistake, it's only the bottom of 5.
Or do that.
Kyle McDonald's
Take a
going to
hit.
wear one here.
He'll do that. He's okay with that.
Now that
So Kyle McDonald wears one in the backside, and now Tobias Moreno to the plate. You
He's the
talked
guy
about
that started it all, right here.
MVP of the 3rd inning for the Tribe. Moreno 1 for 2, 2 RBI, and he's touched home plate twice this game in this 8-3 lead for the Tribe.
Man, just like, if you even look at him, he just looks like a 9. I mean, I'm not saying he can't be like a 2-hole hitter or a leadoff guy. Just just looks scrappy. Can turn over the lineup. Patient, right? He knows his role.
Nope, he really...
No, this is great.
A great week leading up to this for Tobias Moreno. Just,
You know, it's not like those those minor ball kids were showing the other day, or just like a few moments ago, where they put the 9-hole hitter as like the worst player on the team, right? That's not how it is.
not anymore.
Like, this is a respected position. Like, this guy, he's patient. He knows he wants to turn it over.
And you see that more and more. A lot of teams going with that, like players that hit high for average, and they put those guys in the number 9 spot.
Yeah, the higher level of baseball that you go to, you get guys like this hitting 9-hole. It's an important position.
.30 fastball for strike 1. Academic in this league.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if he just automatically took another pitch at this point right now. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not saying he's going to, but I wouldn't be surprised. Just run the pitch count up. Look for a walk.
Shot by Moreno. Hit to
do
Rintoul
that.
at second base. Two Hopper. Throw to first. They get Tobias. Kyle McDonald advances to third.
But moved them over with, now we got one out.
batting, the second
Try and
baseman,
score
number
position,
6,
we're good.
Shane Doki.
Top of the order, and Shane Doki to the plate with one down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. I was getting ahead of myself and saying 6th inning was where we were at, but only the 5th.
And the Weyburn's conceding runs up the middle there. They got their infielders back.
And what's the strategy behind that?
Well, it's the run. The run really doesn't mean too much to them right now. Down by 5, they're not going to try to cut it off. They need outs. They need to get up to bat. Anything at the corners, like you can see, first base is even, third base is even. McDonald probably won't run on that, but anything up the middle past the pitcher, McDonald's going to run home.
One down. Pitch inside to Doki. Now 3-0 count. Hunter Tipton.
Which, of course, Doki's already taken notice. He's going to try to stay up the middle. Ground ball, like he's not trying to do too much right here.
Now it's pitch number 31 from Hunter Tipton. Ball 4 to Doki. Second walk of the game for the Swift Current Indians leadoff hitter. Runners on the corners now for the MVP.
Alec Humphreys.
Big Al Humphreys.
So does he steal bases or what?
He does.
Yep.
He hit leadoff most of the year for the
Okay.
Swift Current
Yep.
Indians.
Should probably do some
Doki's
research
numbers.
before I get up here, eh?
Yeah. 9 for 14 stealing bases
Okay.
this year, so
Yeah.
I believe that is the 3rd most on the team. 4th most, actually. One-0 count to Humphreys. Hunter Tipton, 1.2 innings of work, 19 strikes, 16 balls. That offering is low to Doki. 2-0 count.
Is this Humphreys or Doki?
No, this is Humphreys at the plate.
Okay.
Doki's at
Yeah,
first.
yeah, that's right.
Two-0 pitch to Humphreys.
He's taken all the way right there. What a great spot to be in. Up 8-3, 5th inning, 2-1 count. Can do some things here. Yep.
Shot by Humphreys.
Base hit.
Gets that to center field. Morrow's hurrying.
Nice.
Dives
Oh, he
and makes
dropped
the
it.
catch. Nope.
Dropped it.
Unable to squeeze it. And in to score is McDonald. The lead now for the Swift Current Indians is 6-9-3 the score.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 25, Liam Goodall.
Alec Humphreys. The MVP now 3 for 4.
Not a quality hit, but it worked. Right?
Yep. And we've talked about it before. That's kind of been the theme of this game.
Yeah.
Now Liam Goodall up with 2 on and only 1 down here. 9-3 lead for the Swift Current Indians. Raking ball from Tipton. Nice pitch there. And strike called as Goodall swings and misses.
Goodall looked like he had maybe a fastball swing there, looking to pull something. A little slider away from him. He'd probably want to go away with that.
Weyburn Beavers in their bullpen right now, warming up Carson Perkins, the native of Bean Fate, Saskatchewan. Double
Ooh.
steal. Oh, no.
Oh.
That got airmailed over everyone, and in comes another run for the Swift Current Indians. As Zach Fraser, a little too much gusto and not enough verve as Tribe double steal. Doki comes in to score. Humphrey swipes second, and it's a 10-3 lead for the Indians.
He had the right idea. That was his only chance at throwing somebody out, but throw got away on him a little bit. And this hurts. Like Weyburn's sitting there going, oh, jeez. Like
Such a good start for them.
Yeah, good start. But they had to have that start. They had to. But unfortunately, they couldn't maintain it.
And that pitch gets away from Fraser. Alec Humphreys gallops to third.
And in their bullpen, I mean, I don't know much about Weyburn, but they're not going to bring out a guy that's. And if the parents of this guy is listening, I don't want to say it. I'm just saying. They're not trying to save a game here. They're just trying to save arms at this point. Looking at, I mean, honestly, probably game 2 at this point.
Well, and you talk about how those arms are valuable. The guys that you can throw in situations like this. Because if you don't have those guys on the team, then you're using a good arm here.
Right.
Perkins warming up right now. 7 appearances on the year. 9 innings of work. 13 hits. 9 earned runs. ERA of 9. 5-5 strikeout to walk ratio.
Yeah, it's going to be mop up from now on. Pretty much at this point. You could see Joe maybe making a move here in the 6th or 7th with BSP as well. Kind of save his arm. If you're looking to win,
fouled off by Goodall as we saw a Swift Current youngster there admiring the living sky of Saskatchewan.
You want to win the championship, you're going to get into some battles, and you want to keep guys like BSP fresh, and you want to keep, want to make sure they're not getting hurt and they're feeling good.
Goodall redirects that baseball into your living room, and count remains 2-2. Shot by Goodall. Single into left. Humphreys scores. 11-3 try. Liam Goodall, 40-plus RBI in the regular season, contributes 1 here.
Now batting, the catcher, number 5, Bodie Cooper.
The lead for the Indians is 8.
It's a fun game.
What a game.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
More twists and turns than a sobriety test outside the York Hotel.
More turns than twists.
Yeah, well, it's been a fun one thus far.
Yeah.
Weyburn jumping out and scoring the first 3 runs of this ball game. The Tribe have responded with the last 11.
I'll tell you what, this is the worst time to hit right now in this park. You got the lights coming on. The sun just went down. It's the twilight kind of transition right now.
Pitch inside to Bodie. So you're saying once the sun's down and it gets dark, then business may pick up, and right now, not so much?
Right.
You played a lot of years here before they even had lights.
Oh, yeah. Canceled games in the 7th inning. Oh, this is terrible.
04 the first
that's how
year
old
where
I
they
am. That's
put
how
the
old
lights
I am.
up.
Yeah.
That pitch is going to get away from Tipton, or get away from the catcher, rather. Fraser scampering to second base.
You can see the catcher, too. Just his body language, the way he's going to retrieve that pass ball. He's sick and tired of being sick and tired already. And it's true. Like, if you watch him, he's just could do without that. I mean, he's still trying out there. I'm not saying anything about his effort, but you could just tell by the way he's running back to the ball. He's like, oh, jeez.
This has turned into a long day at the office
it is.
for Weyburn.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I had 1 inning of catcher in this league. And it was
3-0 fastball, strike 1, go ahead.
And it was at the alumni game we had here one time. Harv always told me, I always asked him to catch like in a big game. He's like, no, you don't want to do that. I did it in an alumni game. Oh, I never want to do it ever again. It's terrible. Catcher's terrible. These guys are tough.
Fouled off by Bodie Cooper.
Way tougher than anyone else on the field.
Tough catcher in his own right, Bodie, yeah. What's that story about Joe catching a bullpen once upon a time?
Yeah, crazy. Yeah.
Didn't we have a guy come in, throw a 90, no one wanted to catch for him, so Joe put the catcher's mitt on his wrong hand? And
no, just we kind of had an optional practice, and here, I'll wait for this pitch here.
Yeah, 3-2 pitch to Bodie with 1 down. He'll foul that off. Go ahead.
And it was a championship year, and we had we had a guy throwing ridiculous, like, just movement. And we had an optional practice, and no one was there to catch him. And Joe's left-handed, in case no one knows. And he put a right-handed glove on there. No cup, just a mask and a right-handed glove on his you know, I guess it would have been, you know, a righty's glove on his hand, on his you know, opposite glove anyway. And caught a bullpen, and I stood there and watched him, and I was like, "This is unbelievable." Because he's trying to get guys ready to win, and we ended up. It was a winning year because no one else would do it. But you know what? Who stepped up? Joe.
That's the kind of guy he was, though.
No, he's crazy. He don't care what it takes to win.
Nope.
He don't care.
Phil Curtis coming out to have a mound visit with Hunter Tipton here, coach of the Weyburn Beavers. No,
yeah, I remember he'd catch the ball, like he's left-handed. He'd catch the ball, take his hand, and he'd throw the ball back left-handed, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, and this guy wanted to throw a bullpen, and he sat in there and caught him.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy throws 90 miles an hour, and he's sitting there.
I remember that 06. Ryan Flanagan was the pitcher, wasn't it?
One of those guys. We had a pretty sick staff back then.
Well, 06,
you saw it. Yeah, it was gross. We had a lefty through 92. We had Rob Flanagan that year too.
Handsome Rob, yeah.
Handsome Rob.
Yeah.
Was that year?
Yep.
Yeah.
2006. Yeah. Handsome Rob Flanagan.
Yeah. No, Joe's mentally tough, man. When it comes to getting this done, that's what he does. I understand he's quite the leader for the Swift Current Comp football team as well. He's in the weight room lifting weights with those kids, getting them going.
Joe's a great lead by example coach too. As Alex Schultz wanted one to count here. I know Joe still takes BP every day with the guys, and he still launches a few over the fence every day. Just
you know what? He's more rock than talk. That's what he is.
Yep. WMBL Coach of the Year is Joe Carnahan. 2 on here and 1 down.
So pretty much there's no other award that he can win at this point.
And I'm not sure if the WMBL has ever had an MVP
right.
and a Coach of the Year and a Pitcher of the Year
all
won by the same person.
Right. Yeah.
That's not just team awards, that's league awards.
Oh, no. Yeah. No, he's done it all. He's got every award.
Bring it back to the senior.
Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be hard-pressed to find another one. I don't think there is one, to be honest.
And you know what? To have...
Harv Martinez maybe pulled that off, but...
Yeah. Well, this many guys working this hard to try to win, it's tough to keep these guys focused, man. They're young guys.
Swing and a miss by Alex Schultz, breaking ball by Hunter Tipton. And Bodie Cooper caught in no man's land. And the Swift Current Indians mentally slip into neutral for a second there, and that'll do it for the Tribe.
We say boo, but it doesn't hurt them.
They still put up 3 runs in their half of the fifth, and the lead is still 8. 11-3 Tribe. Full line ag. Swift Current Indians baseball returns after this.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
We're back with more Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. Ryan Schweitzer and the man they call Horse, Kelly Haraska. Mitchell Field, top of the 6th inning, 11-3 lead for the Swift Current Indians. That's fouled off by Fraser, the catcher for the Beavers. 8-9-1 due up here. Fraser, Urbistando, and Dan Morrow. 11-3 lead for the Swift Current Indians. Every year teams have different strengths, and one of the strengths with this year's Swift Current Indians team, I've never seen a team with the ability to play from behind like this year's squad.
I
actually check that. You guys in 2005 were pretty good at it.
You know what? And I think it comes down to adjustments. Like, they're that good of athletes, like we've talked about all night, and they just, one time through the lineup, and they're just making adjustments. And it's the same thing with BSP. He went through once, got some runs,
now batting, the shortstop, number 7.
It's working out, and he's walking, he's trotting around there like he owns this place right now.
Well, he does at the moment.
No, and he should, because now he's feeling good about his pitches, and he's going out there and executing them.
Strikeout number 7 from the Noble Savage moments ago,
and he's getting good support, obviously, offensively. Like, he's not even down the middle of the plate. Like, he's on the corners. He's getting calls from Trevor because he's around the plate. It's just doing fantastic right now.
5 1/3 innings of work, and that was pitch number 71 on the game as well for Bobby. So he hasn't thrown a ton either.
No, like we said, Weyburn was swinging early, and they were getting. I wouldn't even say they were quality hits.
Weyburn jumped out to a 3-0 lead. Tribe responded, and now lead 11-3 in this ballgame. Here's Joe Carnahan in the dugout right now for the Swift Current Indians as St. Pierre sails one over top of the man at the plate, Urbistando. What's the message to Joe's players right now? Game number 1 of the playoffs, up 8 at this stage in the ballgame.
You know what? He's have good at bats and just keep not pouring it on. You don't want to really embarrass people, but don't give in. Like, don't go up there and take bad at bats. Like, you still want to stay focused, and you still want to hit. You still want to run when the ball's hit. And you can see that St. Pierre here's
Kyle Zerbis. 5-3 whammo. That does it for Urbistando.
Kid can throw it across there. He can throw it across the infield a little bit.
He was a good find for Joe Carnahan.
He can play it a little bit.
Top of the order, and Dan Morrow. Morrow 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and an RBI.
I like the way St. Pierre's is getting these balls, that are outs. He's getting on the mound, and he's waiting for the hitters. Kind of, he was doing that early, but like we talked about, like, it was different, right? It was different. Now he's swatting mosquitoes out there too. I'm sure it's just hectic.
Oh, they're bad this year.
Oh, terrible.
Oh, they are bad.
For all you people listening tonight, if you ever kill a dragonfly, I'm gonna hunt you down. Don't ever kill a dragonfly.
No, they take care of mosquitoes.
Ugh. Love those animals.
We're gonna have an influx.
You like dragonflies?
Dragonflies are great. We're gonna have an influx of them here in Southwest Saskatchewan.
They're always
because there are
they're always a
everywhere.
daylight.
Yep, but go to the ballpark in Yorkton. It's fun going to their ballpark because there's a ground ball.
You don't have to
hit
worry
by
about mosquitoes.
Morrow. Nope, there's mosquitoes at the beginning of the year and dragonflies at the end of it as Dan Morrow grounds out to the first baseman. And that'll do it for the Weyburn Beavers in their half of the 6th. The lead for the Tribe is still 8. 11-3 Indians. Back with more Full Line Ag Indians baseball shortly.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com.
3, 4.
We're back here, and we're going to watch Phil Curtis get ejected here.
7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21.
Phil Curtis is ticked.
And 26. If you think you have a bingo, bring your card to the souvenir booth for verification.
Throws his dip out. Well, that's a move to fire up the teammate. Yeah, we're back on. We came back out of commercial to catch the fireworks here.
And you know, that's I didn't see anything worthy of that. It might just have been a moment that coaches will do this. They'll just pick a spot where they get their team fired up. I don't know if this is the greatest spot to do that.
Now pitching for the
Down by
Beavers,
11-3, but it could be like a
Carson
series
Perkins.
thing that he's thinking, or he's just frustrated. I didn't really see anything at this point that warranted that.
Yeah, no, I think Trevor's called a good game, and I think that's purely what it is. It's just,
I wasn't even paying attention. I didn't even.
Oh, he's
see
not
it.
done yet.
I didn't even see anything.
He's taking his jug of water, and he's...
Did he even get kicked out? I thought Trevor was like ignoring him.
No, he got bumped.
Well, you know what? Like, I'd rather be in the dugout right now because there's concrete there, and that's where the mosquitoes don't hang out.
Yeah.
Oh, he went out to the grass, and now he's coming back out to the concrete.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, because he doesn't want to go out to the mosquitoes.
Nope, smart move.
Oh,
Phil's a good coach.
yeah, no.
Yep.
Joe had nice things to say about him. He's like,
Yep.
that guy gets these guys to play. So,
Yep.
yeah, no. Joe respects him. He does a nice job.
So Thomas de Bonville leading off. New pitcher for the Weyburn Beavers. As coming into pitch is Carson Perkins, the native of Bean Fate. 6'5", 200-pounder out of Vauxhall. Right-handed pitcher. Tipton gave Weyburn 2+. 4 hits, 3 runs all earned, striking out 3 and walking 2, facing 13 hitters. So in comes Carson Perkins to face Thomas de Bonville, Kyle Zerbis, and Kyle McDonald, barring any substitutions by Joe Carnahan. Popped up by de Bonville. Reed Jelly makes the catch.
Reed Jelly.
It's a great name.
Oh, love it. Kelly Jelly.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 40, Kyle Zerbis.
It's Tom de Bonville. Flies out. Kyle Zerbis. 2 walks, and he struck out the last time he was up. So Zerbis has got himself on base twice. Nice breaking ball.
Yeah, right now I'm swinging for dingers. That's what I'm doing.
11-3, the Swift Current Indians lead at bottom of 6.
Up by 8. Swinging. Looking at cream balls right now. Nah.
Kyle Zerbis, that's not the one for
This
him.
kid's got a live arm, this guy.
Yeah, Perkins, 5 appearances this year. He's been used sparingly by Weyburn. Zerbis, ground ball. Herbistando throws to first.
He's kind of a big, lanky kid. He's got some good velo.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 13,
Like the way you say
Kyle
velo.
McDonald.
He's got 2 quick outs here.
Yep.
Cardinal Official sings Kyle McDonald to the plate. There's a shot by McDonald. Hit hard at first base. Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. And K-Mac.
You know what? Good
Hard
for
one
him.
Hopper.
Good for him. He struck out early in the game. He didn't feel very good about himself there. That was a nice swing. Ball hit on the screws, hit it through the glove.
McDonald strong as an ox.
Oh yeah, it's a big dude.
Out of Mississauga. Tobias Moreno. Moreno
Dude,
1
this
for
guy,
3, and he's
this
bueno.
guy.
Hits another one.
9-hole hitter, right?
Yep.
This
And
guy.
Kyle McDonald heads third base.
I'll go for
Throw
the
was
second.
overthrown
Third,
by
buddy.
Fluellen. Moreno's going to hit third. McDonald comes in to score.
Bang.
And Tobias Moreno again just puts
There you
baseball into play, and good things happen.
Hey, how many times you see people win championships where their bottom of their lineup comes up big?
And that's what Tobias Moreno has done. There he is, the native of Jacksonville, Florida. He's getting better with each game, yeah.
Kicking butt. You know what? It's nothing even flashy. It's just like he's like this little thorn in the side of Weyburn right now.
Yep.
Just getting it done. He's getting scrappy.
Yep. The scrappy Tobias Moreno.
I guarantee. I can't say guarantee. That's like 100%, right? So
yeah,
you have a little
guarantee is a commitment.
It is a commitment. So I wouldn't be surprised if he got
well, Joe's doing a toolbox.
Joe's got the toolbox award with the level on it. I got to give it to Moreno, man. He's the guy that you just noticed tonight.
Yep.
Right?
Moreno so far, 2 for 4, 2 RBI, 2 runs scored. His major competitor for that toolbox right now might be Humphreys, 3 for 4 with 3 RBI and 2 runs scored.
Absolutely, yeah, of course.
But Moreno, you talked about.
But you just got to give it to your 9-hole guy, man. He's turning it over, and he gives Humphreys another chance. You know what I mean?
Well, exactly.
That's what it is.
If you look at it strictly from the stat sheet perspective, then Humphreys, but Moreno got the ball rolling for the Swift Current Indians when they had that monster inning. And
I know it started on an error. However, he's sprinting down the line. He's getting down there, and he's just making stuff happen. And he hasn't stopped.
2-2 pitch now to Shane Doki at the top of the order. Ground ball by Doki. Diving at second is Rintoul, and in comes Tobias Moreno to score. Everything is coming up Tribe tonight.
Coming up Tribe.
Now batting the shortstop, number 4, Alec Humphreys.
And we referenced Humphreys moments ago, 3 for 4 with 3 RBI and 2 runs scored. The MVP makes his way back to the plate. What a night for baseball at Mitchell Field.
Beautiful. Gorgeous.
Good night. Fans are into it too. Swift Current fans have known to be somewhat conservative.
Yep.
Not the most outgoing. But everyone's having fun at the ballpark tonight. Sunday of a long weekend, and it's just a fun night in our sense-making city of Swift.
Everyone's out there in their dinghies on Duncairn catching pickerel right now. That's what they're doing.
Duncairn or the Landing or perhaps Pelche.
Lac Pelche.
Yeah, you pulled a few fish out of Pelche back in the day.
Used to crush fish out of there.
0-2 to Humphreys, 1-2 the count now.
Down at the Landing, caught some big pike. It was good. It was all good. Yeah.
Humphreys jammed on that pitch, fouls it off. Carson Perkins, that's pitch number 17 of his top of the 6th.
Actually, I like the looks of this kid, man. He's got a nice live arm. I bet he's young. He comes from Vauxhall. He's probably young.
Yep.
He's got a live arm. He's a big kid.
Good Saskatchewan kid as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, from Bean Fate.
Okay. No, he has some tools. He's got some work to do, but I
Shot by Humphreys is fouled.
If he's going to what's the school he's going to?
Vauxhall?
Vauxhall, yeah. He's getting some good instruction there. This kid will be good.
Just mosquitoes swirling around him right now.
Oh, jeez, look at that. You can see that. Wow. It's crazy.
High def mosquitoes. We're not bad up here. Ground ball by Humphreys. That's hit to Urbistando, who flips to second. And that'll do it for the Swift Current Indians, who put up a couple more here. And now lead the Weyburn Beavers by 10, 13-3. 6 innings in the books. Top of 7 coming up. BSP's back on the mound, and we'll return shortly with more Full Line Ag Indians baseball.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Welcome back to Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. Colin Rintoul, second baseman, grounds out to his counterpart, Shane Doki.
1 pitch, 1 out.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 34, Ulysses Llewellyn.
Ryan Schweitzer and Kelly Haraska bringing you Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball from Mitchell Field in the sense-making city of Swift Current. Ulysses Llewellyn to the plate now.
Best name I've heard in probably about 6.5 years.
1 for 3 is Ulysses Llewellyn. This is a big, strong hitter, too.
Yeah, so he's a big dude, too.
Fouls that one off. You know how when a mosquito flies by, how you can just kind of swat at it?
Yeah.
Kill the mosquito? The hands on this guy at the plate, Llewellyn. He can do that with sparrows.
Swatting bats out of the air.
Chops that one. A one-hopper to Kyle Zerbis. Nice play by Zerbis. Over to first. 5-3. That'll do it for Llewellyn.
Good hustle by Llewellyn. I like the way he, down by 10 in the 7th. He's still, he's getting it on. I appreciate the effort by him. Good play by Zerbis, though.
High hopper. Took it on the backhand. Swift Current Indians, it looks as though they're starting to limber up closer Ryan Pope. No, that's not Pope, that's Aaron Marquez. Fly ball to right field, Alex Schultz. 2 down. 3 down. That was quick.
Back. What is that? 5 pitches? I want to see Pope. I saw him in Regina. He's gross. I mean,
Pope.
Gross in a good way. I'm so glad he didn't play when I was playing. He would have broke all my bats.
We're taking him out to the ball game here. 7th inning stretch, 13-3 try.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com. Thrifty Car Rental. Cars, trucks, and vans available for rent. Great rates for corporate and personal rentals. Call 306-971-4000. Try your luck at Smoke Signals. The progressive jackpot will be awarded before it hits $2 million. And right now, it's just over $1 million. Any spin can win, and you could be Sega's next millionaire. Check out other progressive machines, Life of Luxury, and Rider Nation. Live it up at Living Sky Casino. Living Sky Casino. Living Sky. Use your game sense.
We're back with Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. 13-3 lead for the Swift Current Indians over Weyburn. Liam Goodall to the plate. Goodall, Cooper, Schultz. 3-4-5. Liam 1 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. Goodall finishing the regular season second in the league in runs batted in. He had 43 of them. 0-2 pitch. Perkins. His second inning of work. Carson Perkins, first inning. 2 hits, 2 runs, facing 6 Swift Current Indians hitters. You like what you see from this youngster on the mound?
Oh, yeah. No, I like it. Is he young? I'm assuming he is. He's got good stuff. He does.
2-2 pitch.
We see how old he is or what year he is? Isn't Vauxhall a high school program? Or no, college program or what? What is it? High school program.
I think it's a high school program.
Yeah.
Let's have a look here.
It is. No, it's a high school program. No, he's...
$6'5", 2 hundo out of Bean Fate.
Yeah. Oh, it's college Vauxhall.
Yeah.
Okay. From up here and back here, it looks like he's got good stuff. Comes out of his hand real well.
3-2 pitch to Goodall. Opposite field shot by Goodall. Hit to right field. Ulysses Fluellen zeroes in on that baseball and makes the catch just in front of the Fabutan sign. Liam Goodall.
But remember, I'm old. When I was at Regina, I was standing on the side, and I don't think I could hit any of these guys anymore. So, but his stuff looks pretty. It looks pretty good coming out of his hand. I don't know if you see the same thing as I do, but
right around the plate with everything.
Yep.
Just a bit outside there. But Bodie Cooper to the plate. WMBL Rookie of the Year. He struck out twice, has a sac fly RBI this game, and a walk.
Just a bit wild, though.
Beavers warming up Jake Carson out of Auburn, Washington. Right-handed pitcher. Comebacker. Perkins. Feet. Throws to first. Gets Bodie.
That was a tasty throw to first base.
Now batting,
hurried that over there.
Oh, yeah. No. First basemen don't like that from pitchers. From 50 feet away.
Yeah, he got... Well, he needed to get it there in a hurry.
He needed to. Yep. But it's got to be in one spot, because if it goes over your head or in your shins, it's going to hurt. You let it rip a little bit.
Alex Schultz. Pitch just a little bit south of the strike zone. 1-0 count to Schultz.
Ooh, nice. I like Schultz's swing right there, 1-0. He wasn't looking to get on right there.
1-1. Ground ball. Hit to Reed Jelly. Jelly blocks that with his person. Flips to Perkins, and that'll do it for the Swift Current Indians. Schultz grounds out to the first baseman. 7 innings in the books. Let's go to the top of the 8th with the Swift Current Indians up 10. 13-3 Tribe. Back with more Full Line Ag Indians baseball shortly.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com. Simon Auto Sales. Large enough to make a difference, small enough to care. With almost 100 vehicles to choose from, let them show you the Simon Auto Sales difference. Consider a staycation with Home Inn Suites Swift Current. With one of the best amenities packages of any Swift Current hotel, you may not want to leave. With a full-service salon and spa on site, you can pamper yourself with an hour or a day of peaceful relaxation. The kids and kids at heart can have a blast sliding down the water slide and soaking in the whirlpool in our sparkling indoor pool. To book your next stay, visit homeinswiftcurrent.ca or call 1-844-BOOK-D3H. Home Inn Suites Swift Current is a proud supporter of the Swift Current Indians and wish them the best of luck this season.
We're back with Full Line Ag Swift Current Indians baseball. Bob St. Pierre is relieved. Aaron Marquez coming in to pitch for the Swift Current Indians. BSP giving the Swift Current Indians 7 innings, allowing 10 hits, 3 runs, all earned, striking out 6 along the way, facing 31 Weyburn Beaver batters. Aaron Marquez coming in to pitch for the Swift Current Indians, one of 2 Marquez brothers on the squad. 4 appearances for Marquez, 8 innings of work. He's allowed 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, striking out 11 and walking 3, 1 save, and a 2.25 earned run average. Marquez was a player that Joe Carnahan just snuck in right under the July 15th roster deadline. Native of Andrews, Texas.
You know what it is about these middle inning guys is they save arms. They save, these middle relief. Good situation right here. Everyone contributes to win. If you're going to win a championship, you need guys like this. I haven't seen him pitch too much. Obviously, you just kind of snuck him in, like you said. BSP, good start. A little bit frustrated with some of the hits that Weyburn got early, but I thought it was a solid start actually.
Reed Jelly due up now for the Beavers. Swift Current crowd is into this. Well, it's a Sunday night. Nobody's got to work tomorrow, and Jelly's the beer batter. So.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, so.
Well, let's get him out.
So the Swift Current faithful will hope for Aaron Marquez in this exchange. Pitch is just a bit outside. Canadian holiday, August long weekend.
Is it just a holiday, like go to the lake holiday? Is that
Civic
what it
holiday,
is?
yep.
Yeah.
It's probably like Victoria. Is it? What is it?
It's some sort of royal type holiday.
Labor Day?
No, Labor Day's September. Victoria Day's May.
They have this thing called Google. Maybe I'll look it up.
You just know it's a holiday.
Marquez isn't liking the mound right now.
No, he isn't. Doing some maintenance there.
Yep. Tell him that last pitch landed funny.
3-1 pitch to Reed Jelly. Shot by Jelly, right field.
That's
Alex Schultz makes the catch. That's the loudest this crowd has been all year.
They love the beer batter. But you know what? I don't see anybody like running out of the stands to get to the beer box. Oh no, they're already standing there.
Yeah, no, they're
okay. All right.
Yeah, they're there. Jordan Anderson to the plate now. Anderson, a big part of this Weyburn team, but 0 for 3 this game. Top of the 8th inning, 13-3 lead for the hometown Swift Current Indians. Fastball from Aaron Marquez. 1-0. Cam Williams on deck.
Are we going to see Pope at the end? Are we going to see him?
I'm not seeing him up in the bullpen right now, so. Tribe up a converted touchdown and a field goal. I'm not sure that they're going to go to their closer in this one.
Just it all depends on whether they need work or not.
There's going to be some. Even if this game isn't, there could very well be some close games this series, and they'll want to save him for that. I like this one, Humphreys. He does the bullhorns with 2 out.
Yeah.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 19, Cam Williams.
Hey, you see, they're swatting mosquitoes out there. This is great.
It is unreal.
Hey, I don't feel sorry for him because I've done it.
I don't know if we've ever had them this bad, though.
Oh, no. They've
Like
been
this
this
year?
bad. Trust me. Trust me.
For real? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, buddy.
It's been a very... I mean, we've had humidity that we wouldn't normally have this year.
No,
it's an El Nino year, and we've had much more rain in July than we would before, and rain breeds mosquitoes.
I played 14 years, and I haven't played for about, 7 years?
Yeah.
So, I've seen it. It's terrible.
Shot by Williams. Two-hopper.
Nice
Doki.
Nice and calm. Bang.
Boom. That'll do it for the Beavers. Cam Williams grounds out to second base. Everyone's having fun at this baseball park except the Weyburn Beavers.
Oh, yeah.
13-3, bottom of 8 coming up. Full line ag. Swift Current Indians baseball resumes after this.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Welcome back to Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. Tonight's webcast brought to you by Full Line Ag and Deep Woods Sportsman Off. You're a big endorser of that product, eh, Horse?
Oh, yeah, buddy. Yeah, 30% right there. Deep Woods. If you're hunting, killing, fishing, doing whatever you're doing, that's it right there.
That's the stuff?
That's the stuff. My skin is greasy right now, but man, the mosquitoes are all off me.
How long will that go for you?
Thinking 3 weeks, at least.
New pitcher for the Weyburn Beavers.
My gray sweater's turning white right now.
Jake Carson comes out now for Weyburn. Fourth pitcher they've used, Thomas de Bonville. Fly ball center field. Morrow's got to hurry, and he is there to make the catch, one down.
What do they call it? Saskatchewan cologne, right?
Yeah.
Eau de toilet, Saskatchewan.
Carson coming in to pitch, 17 appearances for the Beavers, 21 plus innings, 31 hits, struck out 12, walked 9, 9.55 earned run average. Kyle Zerbis to the plate for the Swift Current Indians.
I want to see him go deep.
Ground ball. Nice play by Urbistando to take care of Zerbis.
That was a nice play. Good strong throw
Now
over the
batting
first.
the first baseman, number 13, Kyle McDonald.
Big Mac to the plate now. The 6'2", 215-pounder out of Mississauga.
You know what? You go back to like the first inning with this guy, or was it the second inning when he struck out with guys on base?
Second inning, yep.
Yeah, second inning.
Oh! He had that ball on the screws, but foul.
I want to see him do well here. Get your big guy hitting a little bit.
Number 8 hitter in the lineup for the Swift Current Indians. McDonald this game. 0 for 3, but has touched home plate twice. Reached on error. Was hit by a pitch.
And he's okay with that.
Yep. 0-2. Ground ball to Rintoul. In the glove and over to first. 8th inning is done. Tribe still up by 10, top of 9 coming up. Tribe will try and lock it down when we return with Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians Baseball.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians Baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com. Thrifty Car Rental. Cars, trucks, and vans available for rent. Great rates for corporate and personal rentals. Call 306-971-4000.
Well, we're celebrating our third Rider Nation Progressive Jackpot in the last 2 months, just under 2 months. So we're really pleased to have our winner here and his friend and celebrate with them and present the check to them. It went off, and what happened? What was the experience like?
Exploded and I died.
Yeah, you did.
No, I was excited after. Took a while to sink in.
We're really excited for the Rider Progressive machine here, slot machine here. It's very popular, and hopefully, you never know, you might be the next winner.
We're back with Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians Baseball. Pinch hitter for the Weyburn Beavers is Andrew Cox. Comes in to hit for the visitors. Cox sitting in the number 8 spot in the lineup, where catcher Zach Fraser was, as the Beavers look for some life here, trailing 13-3, top of the 9th. Tribe up a touchdown and a field goal here. Player of the game, let's start that discussion, Horse. I know who you like.
I like Moreno. I like it.
Center fielder for the Swift Current Indians, Tobias Moreno.
I love in the playoffs when a 9-hole hitter makes stuff happen. I love it.
2 for 4, 2 RBI. He's touched home plate 3 times, too. So can't argue with that. Moreno from the number 9 spot.
And the reason is because top of the lineup is going to do what they do. They're always going to do what they do. But when you have a guy turning over the lineup, it's bonus. It's awesome, and he's fielding his position. He's doing. I think he's the player of the game.
Moreno with a solid night.
Of course, yeah. I like BSP. I like BSP turning it around too. Of course.
There's Tobias Moreno. Your call for player of the game. It's popped up. It's coming into our kitchen here.
No, of course. Like picking player of the game, I don't want to get like people's feelings hurt and stuff. BSP did a fantastic job.
Quality start for Bobby tonight.
Absolutely, yeah. He got kind of bled to death. That's what they call it in baseball. There wasn't really quality hits against him. I thought he did a fantastic job.
7 innings. He won't like 10 hits against, but 3 earned runs, striking out 6 along the way. But as you talk about those 10 hits,
I think about like who I remember, kind of like, it's just a kind of a pistol out there, and that was Moreno.
Yeah, Moreno with a good game.
Yeah,
got to give a shout out to Shane Doki and Alec Humphreys as well. Doki 2 for 3, top of the order. Humphreys 3 for 5. So when those
the middle infield, of course,
the middle infield. But when those two guys are on offensively,
they do what they do.
Yeah,
that's my point. They do what they do.
Yeah.
Now batting the shortstop, number 7, Andrew Urbistondo.
13 runs, you could make a. But how did it start though? And then and then who, like, Moreno comes up with that big hit late in the game too. Just kind of like just daggers. Like he was just throwing daggers. That's what I think. Anyway,
designated
you don't have
hitter.
to agree with me.
No, I wouldn't disagree with you. Yeah. Shot to right field. Alex Schultz is heading back. Makes the catch, and that's 2 down. Tribe 1 out away from taking a 1-0 lead. Also a shout out to Thomas de Bonville this game, who was 2 for 5 with a couple RBI too.
Hey, and Schulte's fun to watch too, throwing that ball into third base. I mean, that's just fun to watch as a fan, right?
Schultz had that highlight reel catch too early in the game too.
Yeah,
so, you know, it's really been and we're talking about players of the game. We're name dropping darn near everyone.
Oh yeah,
so
of course. Yeah, 13 runs. Everyone's contributed.
That's something that Joe's got to be happy with.
But like my point is, 9-hole hitter turns it over for the guys that need to get it done. Like they need to.
And Morrow may keep this game going a little bit longer as he hits one into the gap in left center. Second double of the game for Morrow, who's probably been Weyburn's best player in this one. He's 3 for 5 with a pair of doubles.
Well, good for him. Right? They're down by 10.
Look for the positives. Morrow out of Calgary.
Yeah.
Colin Rintoul, 3 hits this game as well for the Weyburn Beavers. So the top 2 hitters in the Beaver batting order, Morrow 3 for 5 and Rintoul 3 for 4. Bit of a thorn in the side of the Swift Current Indians tonight in this 13-3 lead that they have. Aaron Marquez trying to close things out, and this may be the ball game. Ground ball to Doki, and that'll do it.
And that's the ball game. Tonight's final score: the Swift Current Indians 13, the Weyburn Beavers 3. And the Swift Current Indians lead the best of 5.
Good game. Guys are excited. It's awesome. It's what you need in the playoffs. You got to keep them focused. Got to keep them focused. I know out of that team of 25 guys, some of them want to go home, but it's Joe's job to try to keep them focused on winning a championship. It is the best thing ever. Ever.
So you're a good friend of Joe Carnahan. You've played with him. What's he going to say to his guys? Because they're going to go have their post-game meeting over there. What's that conversation going to be?
Enjoy it for 2 minutes and then carry on. It's like if you watch any sports and you watch playoffs, you can enjoy it for 2 minutes and then you move on, and it's about work. It's about work. And then if you win the championship, you look back and go, that was the greatest thing ever. That's all it's about. And he's going to congratulate guys. And I guarantee Moreno's name is coming up in that conversation. I guarantee.
In that post-game
I know
meeting?
I'm pumping him up a little bit, but I really think he just kind of stood out, like kind of being a little bit of a catalyst tonight. A little bit of a thorn in Weyburn's side tonight. That's what I think.
Joe's settling down right now to talk to his guys.
As they swat mosquitoes, right?
There's a bit of that going on there. Hey, it was a pleasure having you back here. Yes, tonight's webcast brought to you by Full Line Ag and Deep Woods Sportsman Off.
Yeah.
Horace, a pleasure having you up here. I know we do this about once a year. I'm really looking forward to next year if we're going to do this again.
Thanks for having me. Oh, it's great. This is great.
It's always our pleasure, amigo, on behalf of...
And your wife, and your beautiful wife running the camera. I'm sure people appreciate the dual camera. I watched games as I was sitting in California, and I'm like, this is great.
When parents come up to visit,
see this. This is amazing.
Yeah, and when parents come visit, and when they come by to say hello to us and everything, then they always say, "Oh, Ryan, you're all right at play-by-play, but we really appreciate the camera work that you do."
It's amazing. Yeah.
Oh, there's my daughter. She's getting camera time too. The one on the right.
She's dabbing, yeah.
She's dabbing.
And
okay.
dancing.
Daughter and her little friend. All right.
Oh, they're dancing.
Yep.
Do they know they're online right now?
I don't think so. Oh. All right, that's a good note to end it on.
Get your daughter offline.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go.
Oh, no, there we go. They're looking.
All right,
I have one. Get her off there.
Everyone's dancing at Mitchell Field. That'll do it. Tribe win 13-3. That's another edition of Full Line Ag Indians Baseball. On behalf of Kelly Haraska doing color, it's Ryan Schweitzer saying good night from Mitchell Field.
Have a good night, folks.
Good job, girls. You're on the internet.